All right, guys, I believe we are live. What's going on? James here. It's the NFL Draft, everybody. Very, very excited. Hopefully, you guys are excited as well. We have got 18 minutes until we are here for the draft, everybody. As you guys can see, I've got the big board, or I guess I should say I have a big board. I'm now going to pull up the big board that I compiled based on the info that we had regarding some of the players that the Buccaneers have met with. I'm going to have some guests in here as well throughout the course of the stream, so that should be very, very exciting. We're going to be live for the entirety of the first round, knocking off players off of this big board as they do come off of the board. So let me know how everybody's doing in the chat. I myself am very, very excited to get it going, to get some new Tampa Bay Buccaneers here in the building. Let me know how we're doing, everybody. It'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. I'm going to be watching this on ESPN. Gonna try and watch on ESPN Plus. Gonna see if we have it. So, yeah, that is where I'm gonna be watching it. Is on ESPN. Hope maybe ESPN Plus if I've actually frickin' got it to get working. So, yeah, as always, guys, too, and I cannot stress this enough, no spoilers for draft picks. Because here's the thing. You guys are going to get on Twitter. You're going to see a Greg Auman, a Stroud, a Jordan Schultz, anybody, is going to be out there spoiling the picks. And it's just going to be rough, okay? We don't want that. We don't want that. So I am going to, at some points, avoid looking at the chat because of that, because I don't want to get spoiled and ruin my reactions. So, yeah. Ryan, you should wear a throwback Sap jersey. What's up, Jorge? Good to see you in here as well. Jeremy wants to trade back and get Jacob Rodriguez. We'll see. We will see. Folks, let me grab some water real quick. It's obviously, we're going to be here a while, so I want to make sure I'm hydrated, and I will be back in just a second. All right, folks. I'm actually going to do a poll. I feel like it's important to do a poll of Art's here. Art, you've been gone for like months at a time, my man. Where you been? All right, I'm going to do a quick poll. And there's going to be a couple of polls here, but let's start off with this. Do you want the Buccaneers to trade back? Very simple. Yes or no question. Do you want to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers trade back out of pick 15? Let me know. Hey, MrBucsNation, anything's possible. I'll just say that. I will just say that. Let's see. Buzzy, thank you. Obviously, greatly appreciated, man. So right now, more people are saying than not to trade back. There you go. If Styles drops below 4, I would trade up to get him. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, some people are, it's interesting, some people want to trade down no matter what. Now, I will have a follow-up poll to that. I will 100% have a follow-up poll to that. Because that's another interesting conversation of, you know, what, if they do have to pick at 15, who do they want to take and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's an interesting scenario there. I mean, like, we know who's going to be going. Number 1. It's not a secret. It's Fernando Mendoza. I'm going to be curious to see how many. Yeah, if the pipe dream happens, Reese or Styles, yeah, that is like less than a 1% chance of happening, in my opinion. Like, but I mean, like, it's still technically possible. By the way, guys, shout out to Prize Picks, the sponsor of this channel. We'll get back to them a little bit later on in this stream. But I did want to say shout out to those guys. Proud sponsor of the channel here. Greatly appreciate them. But it should be interesting, man. We're going to have a while. We're going to have a good while here before the Buccaneers pick. Thankfully, like, I mean, it's kind of nice because they are smack dab middle of the draft. So that's something that's cool. That is pretty nice, but ESPN, yeah, upcoming at 8. So we have 10 minutes until we're good to go for the draft. 10 minutes until the Las Vegas Raiders are on board. We know what they're going to do. That's the thing. We know what they are going to do. Okay? It's not like a government secret or anything, okay? Sap did drop to 12. That's true. When does variable not pick? Right? Super excited to see who our Buccaneers will pick tonight. For sure, Deshaun. For sure. It's a very exciting time. Guys, if you're ready for some NFL draft, go ahead and hit that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Why don't we get this thing up to 30 likes before we get started here? Malachi Lawrence in the second with J-Rod in the first. It'd be cool. I don't like Malachi Lawrence as much as some other guys who are projected to go round 2. Like a Zion Young or even like an R. Mason Thomas. But I'd be okay. I'd be okay with Malachi Lawrence. Do I ever go to the Bucs draft parties? No, just because I'm here live streaming. So I'd much rather do this than go to a draft party. I can't really live stream at draft parties. Not because they like don't let me, but it's more so like it's just kind of difficult to do. So I'd rather stay here. I think that Howell won't be there. I think that, I mean, you know, just taking a look, these are some of the guys that the Bucs met with. Let's just go to edge defenders here. Again, not all of these guys, you know, are like Howell I don't think he's going to be there. I don't know if Zion Young would be there. I could see our Mason Thomas being there. Romello Height. I mean, Buff. Thank you for the $10 super chat saying go Bucs. That is another way to support the channel, guys. If you do want to hit up a super chat, would greatly appreciate it. It's a great way to support the channel while we're doing our thing here. I don't know if Evans will get a ring with the 49ers. I don't know. I don't think it's as guaranteed as people would think. Yep. Let's see. Who do I not want them to draft? At pick 15, I don't want them to draft Kenyon Sadiq. I don't. I haven't really been shy about that. I don't want them to take Kenyon Sadiq. I would not be for that pick. That's kind of it at pick 15. Like there are, let's see if I can find it. Because there are other names where it's like, you know, if we're talking about, let's say receivers, like, you know, if Jordan Tyson is there at 15, I wouldn't want them to pick Jordan Tyson. Is he talented? Yeah. Please get defensive help. Like, just please. I wouldn't mind if they drafted Vega Ione. That I wouldn't mind that. Could Ruben Bane drop? If Ruben Bane drops to 15, I am sprinting to $1, kicking down the war room door and begging Jason Light to please select Ruben Bane. What's up, Bat? Yeah, Kedrick Falk, either? No, I'm not a big Kedrick Falk guy. He reminds me so much of JTS, Jotron Shawinka, so I'm just like, no, thank you. Would I take Carnell Tate if he was there? No. Logan, you would. I know Logan would. Carnell Tate might go in the top 5. Maybe the top 6 of the Giants. I could see him going to the Giants. What if we pick somebody from my cousin's college, Grambling State? Probably not Deshaun. Probably not. But you never know. You never know. I mean, I like Tate. But again, like, it's just the same thing where it's like you don't. If Tate got to 15, I'd be like, bro, trade out of the pick. Do I want them to draft Jermon McCoy? I wouldn't hate it. I would understand why they would do it. I would. I do like Messidor. I have not been shy about that at all. That's my guy at 15. I want them to draft Akeem Messidor. You know, we're talking about a guy who, yes, is a guy who has had some injuries in the past. He had a foot thing, it looks like, going on. You know, the re-aggravation of a foot injury. So, like, maybe that's something you worry about. But, like, and, like, people are like, oh, he's 25 years old. Bro, I don't care. The guy produced. Yeah, by the end of his contract, he will be 30 years old. But if this team is where they think they are, which we've heard Jason Light say, like, yeah, I really like this roster. I think we're a couple pieces away from really, like, competing. Messidor is a guy who goes out there and starts day one. Like, it really is. By the way, boom, Clearwater guy. Shout out Clearwater. The production was awesome in 25. A lot of people may say that's because he was with Ruben Bane. But, like, I simply think that he's good. And if he was there at 15, I would take him. Yeah, dude. I saw the Cowboys not signing Pickens. That was insane. We're not gonna do a first round mock, but we are gonna keep track of the picks here as they happen. So Mendoza is there on the, I'm literally, it's going to be Mendoza. So, like, we're just going to keep track of the picks because why not? We'll see who else is still on the board. If Bailey and Arvell Reese fell, who would I take? I would take David Bailey. Reese is a demon, right? It's more so for me, like, with David Bailey, you know where to put him. I don't necessarily know. I don't necessarily know if he played on the D line a lot, played in the box. I know he wants to be more of a pass rusher guy, but I don't know if Todd Bowles, like, it's a weird thing. I just don't know if I trust Todd Bowles with Arvell Reese. I trust him more with, like, a David Bailey, if that makes sense. But we'll see. 2 minutes till the draft starts. Let's tank and get Jeremiah Smith. Dude, Jeremiah Smith's going to be a problem. Jeremiah Smith's going to be an absolute beast. What do you guys think the Jets do at 2? That's going to be a very interesting situation. They have 2 and 16 right now. That's true. I don't trust Bulls with a lot of things right now, but yeah. All right, folks. So these are a lot of the players that the Bucs met with. Again, I don't have all of them, but like they did meet with Styles, Bane, Bailey, Kenyon Sadiq, Messidor. There's a lot of names here that they met with for early options in the draft here. Like, would it surprise me if they went Caden McDonald at some point? Like, if they traded back and said Caden McDonald? No. I think Caden McDonald could be the future nose tackle of this team. If the Bucs are like truly done with like Vita Vea. I think McDonald's a beast. That could be an interesting name. If Styles fell to them, I'd be sprinting up to turn in that card. I'm watching it on ESPN. That's where I'm watching it, is on ESPN. Messidor, I'm very happy with. Sadiq? No, I'm not happy with it. Jets go with Arvell Reese. Maybe. We'll see, man. We will see. I'm also going to have some guests on the show while we're here as well throughout the show. I know Logan's going to be on, who's in the chat. Have some other guys that'll be on as well at certain points. Should be a lot of fun, guys. Round 2, or day 2, I should say. I'm going to have Evan from the Cannon Fire podcast on for a good bit of it. Should be a lot of fun there as well. But all right, guys, it is 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. So that means the NFL draft is getting started. Very, very excited. Hope you guys are excited as well. Let's see. Let's get it going, man. The NFL draft is here. Let's see. Man, oh man. It's gonna be a fun one, man. It's gonna be a fun one in my opinion. I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of trades. I really do believe that. Hold on, folks. Trying to figure this out. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right, guys. Hold on. I wonder... Hold on 1 second. Oh, that ain't right. Hold on. I gotta grab something. I'm having some issues pulling up the thing. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Yes, Mikey. Mike, you're a troll, dog. No, I'm not grabbing the Four Loko. I'm not grabbing the Four Loko. All right. All right. All right, guys. We're here. The draft is getting ready. They got Commissioner Goodell up there. I almost said Commissioner Gordon. Hey, Cameron Hayward's up there. Ohio State Buckeye. Shout out Hayward. All right. I think TJ Watt's up there as well. I did not kick your dog last time we met. All right. Man, oh man, guys. We got an old head Steeler out there. All right. Let's see. Real Bucs fan would grab the Four Loko. There's Hines Ward out there, apparently. Yeah, very adamant. Do not leak picks. Very adamant about that. I just saw one of them TikTok guys on the TV or stream. Or he's a YouTube Shorts guy. He's one of those guys that asks, like, the quiz questions, you know? Why didn't they just do this all before 8? Silly. I know. I know. Mikey, I appreciate you. As always. Man, they're getting every frickin' Pittsburgh Steeler in history out here. Gosh darn it. Get Ryan Shazier up there. Where is he? That's my question. I mean, my God, you sure you don't want to bring any... Where's Tomlin? You sure you don't want to bring anybody else up there? My goodness. All right. $74 people in here, guys. Thank you all so much for that. It's greatly appreciated. The Raiders are on the board, folks. So we are live with the draft. Again, no spoilers for the picks. Otherwise, I don't get to read chat as much. But the Raiders are officially on the board. I'm not looking at Twitter. I'm not looking at nothing because I don't want spoilers. I think they're going Fernando Mendoza. Even with the fact that they signed Kirk, you can't beat the fact that Mendoza had a disgustingly good 2025 season. By the way, Fernando Mendoza's co-offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach at Indiana last year, Chandler Whitmer, is now the quarterbacks coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that's pretty cool, in my opinion. So yeah, shout out Fernando Mendoza. He is sitting on the couch waiting, watching. He was not present at the draft. So there you go. Raiders have got time on the clock. They got 6 minutes, 50 seconds here. Remember, also, another cool connection here is that the current general manager of the actually, hold on. Mendoza's in Coral Gables, Florida. Where is that? Okay, so that is Southeast Florida. Coral Gables is in Southeast Florida. There you go. But what was I going to say? The current general manager of the Raiders is John Spytek, who was the assistant general manager with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fun fact. Facts, dude. Facts, Logan. He is building that Lego Minas Tirith set. Oh, we got Chris in the building. We got freaking Chris in the building. Let's go. Chris is getting the moderator right away. We love you, Chris. Everybody say what's up to Chris in the chat. Raiders taking their time, though. 5.5 minutes on the clock. Yeah, man. It's going to be interesting to see what the Raiders... I mean, they've added so many people. Like, so many players. Did they only have... They only have the one first rounder, right? They do. So, I don't think they trade back. The suspense is killing me, Las Vegas, right? Nah, I mean, it's going to be Mendoza. I don't know what they're doing, if they're just doing their due diligence or what, but it's got to be Mendoza. It has to be. If it wasn't, I would be both shocked and extremely disappointed. Spytek needs to revamp the Raiders. He has! I mean, he has. He added Linderbaum at center. He almost swung a trade to get Crosby out for 2 first-round picks. Yeah, I mean, they're dabbing up. They already picked their guy. I mean, they already got Mendoza, man. They already got Mendoza. So, we will see. All right, 3 months. I know, right? It's not like they've had 500,000 picks or anything. Or 500,000 days to make their decision. Oh, facts, bro. If they... no, they ain't taking Ty. If they took Ty Simpson, teams would be trading up feverishly, I think. But man, oh man. Now, I saw at pick 2, there's been a lot of debate about Arvell Reese versus David Bailey. Has been the debate. Now, if you guys don't know this, David Bailey, the Jets actually canceled his top 30 visit. David Bailey actually had his top 30 visit canceled to the New York Jets by the Jets. So this is where I think pick 2 gets pretty interesting, where it's like, okay, what are they going to do here? I think it's going to be Arvell Reese. I think. Which, poor Arvell Reese has to be a New York Jet. That's rough. Like, that is pretty darn rough. The Jets do have another pick at pick 16 because of the Sauce Gardner trade, so that'll be interesting. But with the, I think it's going to be Arvell Reese here at pick 2. Logan doesn't think the Jets are picking either of them at 2. Well, Logan, who do you think the Jets are picking at 2? You think it's Ruben Bane? Yeah, the Raiders' pick is in. All right. Mendoza is the only sure pick. I agree. It's Mendoza. Logan pleads the 5th. He doesn't know who they're taking. I just think Logan doesn't want Arvell Reese to go to the Jets. That's what I think. But we'll see. They're picking Sadiq at 2 just so the Bucs won't do it. Dude, I freaking wish. I wish. But all right. Commissioner Goodell is coming up. The Las Vegas Raiders have made their selection. Shockingly, it is Fernando Mendoza. All right. Logan's officially projecting Ruben Bane at 2. All right. We'll see what happens here. Now pick 2 gets interesting because the Jets could go a lot of different directions. They could do some very different things. Bat thinks they are going to take Bailey. We will see. I don't want the Saints to get Lover Bane. I really, really, really don't. But Mendoza there. The Jets are on the clock now. I'm going to be very curious to see what the Jets do. They have 5 minutes left with their pick. And then we'll see. I might have to... We'll see if anybody from this board comes off. Again, this is the board of the Bucs options, basically, in my opinion. So we'll see if anybody from the board comes off. Could be Bailey. I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be Arvell Reese, which the Bucs spent no time with, as far as we know. So, ooh, that's crazy. Fernando Mendoza went to Christopher Columbus High School. That is wild. That's wild. If the Saints got Bane, I would be so upset. I'd be so upset. I'd be like, man, why can't we have nice things? Jets clock is ticking down. Mendoza's there getting a conversation. I hope the Jets, or the Saints, sorry, pick like the most boring player. Like, pick an offensive lineman. I want it to be as boring as humanly possible. Carolina, Atlanta. Well, Atlanta doesn't have a first-round pick, so Carolina, whatever. Take Kenyon Sadiq for all I care. The Saints, please just pick someone boring. Like, please. Like, nobody flashy and cool or anything. The Jets' time are still ticking down here as we get some conversation with Fernando Mendoza. You know, a lot of people going to be excited about that. A lot of people going to be excited about that pick. All right, folks, let me refill up my water real quick, and I'll be back in just a moment. Guys. Logan, do you want to hop in here or are you going to wait? Let me know, Logan. You want to hop in here or are you going to wait? All right. By the way, like, best player available is incredibly subjective. Incredibly subjective. Jason Light's best player available might not be Brandon's best player available, who might not be Mikey's best player available, who might not be Logan's best player available at pick 15. Like, that is such a subjective statement of we are going to go best player available. Who? Based on whose opinion? You know? So, yeah. The Jets pick is in, by the way. I don't know if, like, again, that's a subjective thing. Art might have a different best player available than me. You know? It's an incredibly subjective thing. But we'll see what the Jets are going to do here. Commissioner Goodell is coming up to the board. Again, guys, I cannot stress it enough. No spoilers in the chat, otherwise I will not be reading the chat. Jets pick, they have gone with David Bailey. There you go. So all the smoke of canceling the top 30 visit was just that smoke, and that's the first player off of our board here that met with the Buccaneers. So there you go, David Bailey officially off the board. That's kind of now I'm curious what the Cardinals do here, because Reese is an absolute beast that is going to be there at 3. Do they just go Arvell Reese? Do they trade out of the pick? We will see. We will see. I think this is going to be Love Reese, who knows? Who knows, man? Bailey going in the top 3 is not surprising. But I do wonder if you see a team maybe like Kansas City at 9, are they maybe going to try and trade up? Because remember, they've got 9 and they've got 29 from the Rams, so they have some ammo there. The Giants could maybe move up. I don't know. Arizona's in a pretty good spot here. They are in a pretty good spot. But David Bailey is that selection. I like that pick for the Jets. Logan's got to be very happy, because now Arvell Reese doesn't have to be a New York Jet. It's David Bailey instead. Which means, like, David Bailey was an absolute beast at Texas Tech. 15 sacks, 43 hurries, 23 quarterback hits. I mean, the top edge rusher in the nation, really. The dude was an absolute monster. Now, I got to think that Arizona's looking to trade down like nobody's business. That is what I think. I think that they're looking to trade down like nobody's business. Let's see if I can pull up the picks here via ESPN. All right. So yeah, Mendoza goes number 1, Bailey number 2. We've still got Arizona on the board right now. We're going to see what they do. Could see them. I think they're going to try and trade down. I do. I think they're right now trying to find a partner and saying, what are we doing here? You know? They're going to be talking to David Bailey, who I think was there. Guess is Love. Pitt has 4 first-round picks. Like Pittsburgh, the Steelers? They've got 1. They got 21. So I don't know about it. I don't know. Cardinals are looking, though, man. No, I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Cardinals traded down. That is 100% what I think is going to happen. Let's see. Again, if you guys are enjoying this, go ahead and hit the like button. Would be greatly, greatly appreciated, by the way. If you guys are enjoying this, please hit that like button. Can we get it up to 75 likes here? 75 likes before the Buccaneers selection? Let's go for it. What do the Cardinals need? They need quarterback, tackle, defensive interior, linebacker. I mean, you could get Arvell Reese right here. Do you take Maui Goa early? Now, he's really good. He's 6'6", 315. So, I mean, like, you could go one of those two guys. Maybe Ruben Bane. Maybe. Arizona's still on the clock. As far as I can tell, they don't have their pick in yet. They don't. So they're still on that clock. All right. So we'll see what happens here. All right, Arizona's pick is in. So they did make a selection here. They did not trade down. All right. So their pick is in. Going to be very curious to see what happens here. Who is the head coach of the, it's Mike LaFleur. So an offensive-minded guy. They need offensive help. We will see. Again, guys, I can't stress it enough. No spoilers. If my mods see that you are getting spoilers, you're going to get put in timeout. We don't want to go through all that. So, moderators, please, please, please keep an eye on that. Because it is much more fun whenever we get all of our reactions here. Could go Styles here. Arvell Reese is there. Who knows? But the Cardinals pick is in. Yeah, Schefter says that Arizona's sticking at 3, not trading out. All right. Jeremiah Love is there. They could go Jeremiah Love, but they did bring in a lot of different guys. You brought in Tyler Algier. You have brought back James Conner. So don't necessarily know if that makes sense. There's a lot of talent here. A lot of talent. Reese has slipped, though. Okay. Let's see, folks. Commissioner Goodell coming up to the board. We're at 46 likes, guys. 133 people in here. Again, if you guys are enjoying the stream, hit that like button. Would be greatly appreciated. Pick 3 is here. And it is going to be Jeremiah Love, running back out of Notre Dame. So another selection down, and Arvell Reese is still on the board. Arvell Reese is still on that board. Jeremiah Love, absolute game changer at running back. I mean, the dude's disgusting how good he is. 6 foot, 214. 1,372 rushing yards this past year. 18 touchdowns in there as well. What's up, Michael? 17 touchdowns in 24. I mean, that's a... So where are we at with... Hold on. Let's see this. I'm curious about this. So you got James Conner, Tyler Algier, Trey Benson, and now Jeremiah Love as your running... That's a good running back room. I think that Mike LaFleur is going to cook with that running back room. Take some of the pressure off of whoever his quarterback is. I get it. I get it. Now the Titans are on the clock, and they've got a lot of options. They've got a lot of options here. Yeah, I agree, though. It is a massive risk, but, you know, I understand. I can see why they did it. I can. All right. No, they signed Tyler Algier. They had James Conner. So Love was the pick, man. Love was the pick. Okay. Hold on one second, guys. All right. Tennessee Titans in here at number 4. They've got some options. Could they go Arvell Reese? Maybe. Maybe they could. It's an intriguing option there at 4. Ruben Bane's still there. Sonny Styles is still there. Like, you got to think these 3 defenders, one of them has to come off the board right here. One of them has to. They need edge defenders. They need linebackers. All 3 of these guys, Reese, Styles, and Bane, fit that mold of what they need. So we will see. Is Tennessee trying to move out of this pick? You know, maybe they are. Maybe they are. All right, the Titans pick is in, so they have made their selection here. They are not standing, they're not trading it away. So we haven't seen a trade down yet. We have not seen a trade down yet. I'm going to be very curious to see who the Titans pick here. Very, very, very curious. All right. Again, Tennessee's pick is in, y'all. We're going to see what they do. Jeremiah Love went 3. Bailey went 4. Mendoza 1, Bailey 2, Love 3. It's going to be an interesting situation here at 4. Folks, 140 people in here, 59 likes. Can we get it up to 75 likes? Would be greatly, greatly appreciated. All right. Where's Shefty? We need Shefty out here. Not Shefty, sorry. We need Goodell. Where's our guy Goodell? That's who we need. James Conner's days are numbered? Yeah. Yeah, bro's cooked. What's up, Willie? Is Goodell coming up to the podium? I think he is. I don't know. We'll see. All right, the Titans are high-fiving that whole deal. Thank you, Orange. I appreciate that. But what are the Titans doing here? Again, you have 3. You have to take one of these 3 defenders. You have to. Between Reese, Styles, and Bane, you've got to pick one of them, in my opinion. You simply have to. Like, that's all 3 of those guys are an impact defender in year 1. All of them. They need center guard help, running back. I think they would have taken Jeremiah Love if he didn't go at 3. So there's that. There is that. Do they shock some people? I don't know. They have 4 picks left. I'm very surprised Tennessee didn't trade out. I'm very, very, very surprised. But they have went ahead and gone with... Hold on just a moment. Let's see. Wow! No way! Carnell Tate is the pick! Holy crap! Carnell Tate goes at number 4. That's awesome. Shout out Carnell Tate. Oh, man. Saleh was like, I need help on offense. Wow. All right. You mean to tell me at 5 you've got Reese, Styles, and Bane still available? That's crazy. What's the Titans so their wide receiver room now, it's got to be pretty good. They wanted to get some more help for Cam Ward. It's Ridley, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Carnell Tate. Like, I get it, I guess. That's crazy. The Giants are so lucky. Are so lucky. Shout out Carnell Tate. I had Sonny Styles be in there. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. That is awesome. The Giants pick is in. They wasted no time. They're like, yeah. I don't know. I don't know who the Giants are going with. Is it going to be Reese? Like, maybe. Ruben Bane's still, like, crazy. Reese, Styles, and Bane are all still there. Maybe they go Caleb Downs here? Maybe? You know what sucks is there's a very, very, very real possibility that the Saints are either going to get Arvell, Reese, Sonny Styles, or Ruben Bane right here. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Yeah, I think I could see Downs being there. I could see Downs being the pick here, but like Reese, Styles, and Bane Jr. just I think they're too good to pass up. But we'll see. The Giants pick is in, so they are going to be making a selection here shortly. Or their pick will be announced shortly, I should say. The Giants need help at a few different spots. I thought that was maybe a spot where Carnell Tate could have went at 5, so like, it's whatever. Carnell Tate is the 5th wide receiver selected in round 1, guys. The 5th wide receiver selected in round 1. I don't think the Bucs would trade into the top 10. I think Jason Light loves draft picks. He would much rather trade back. Much rather trade back. Wow. See, again, guys, this is what we're talking about whenever we say, like, BPA. The Titans thought Carnell Tate was the best player available. And a lot of you didn't agree with that. So it's like, talk about subjectiveness, you know? Crazy. But the Giants pick is here, man. We got to get that pick announced. Let's rock and roll, please, Giants. We don't have time for commercial breaks or anything like that. We got a first round to complete. Correct. Only round 1 is tonight. Only round 1 is tonight. $151 people in here, everybody. Thank you all so much for that. Greatly appreciated. And the Giants, man, they have their pick of some real defensive firepower here. I'm so worried the Saints are going to get a good defender. I'd much rather have them get a good offensive guy than defensive guy, in my opinion. Like, that's how I feel. It's probably the wrong way to feel, but it is how I feel. All right. Dude, Brent Grimes is a name pull, man. Brent Grimes is a name pull. Cam Ward, you are officially on notice. Facts. Man, oh man. Giants pick is in, though. And, you know, the Giants still have pick 10. So 2 picks in the top 10 for the New York Giants. That's a lot of ammo to rebuild with. That's cool. Okay. So there's been not a couple of surprises. The biggest surprise so far has been, the Browns are trading pick number 6 to Kansas City. Okay, so Kansas City moves up. Do we know what Kansas City gave up? Kansas City has traded up. Okay. So Cleveland gets out of pick 6, moves down to pick 9. Kansas City, they've got to have traded up for either Arvell, Reese, or Sonny Styles. I think. They wanted to jump Washington and the Saints, but why? It's probably for Bane, if I had to guess. Oh man, folks. I didn't spoil it. It was on the bar. It was on the broadcast. I didn't spoil nothing. That was on the broadcast. Oh, what am I doing? I can't even look at Twitter. I can't look at Twitter. Thank goodness. I clicked out of it. I can't be on Twitter because I don't want to get spoiled. It's said that Cleveland traded out of the pick on the broadcast, but all right. We'll see what the Giants go with here. Cleveland did trade back to 9. Cleveland traded back to 9. Kansas City traded up. Who's the pick for the Giants, though? Kansas City might go wide, but you don't jump Washington and New Orleans to get a receiver. Like, maybe New Orleans, I would get it. Maybe. But not Washington. You jump Washington because you want to get a pass rusher. Because you know Washington would go out there and get somebody. That's just me. I'm probably wrong, but we'll see. I'm watching it on the ESPN app or on the website. Giants went ahead and went with Arvell Reese. There you go. So Arvell Reese is the selection. His very, very mini drop ends. And I wonder if they're going to tell us what Kansas City gave up. So we know they gave up 9. And I wonder what else they gave up. I wonder if ESPN is going to show this. If anybody can look up and see what the Browns gave, or what Kansas City gave up besides 9, let me know. That's not surprising. Yeah, Reese was far and away the best guy on the board. Bucs didn't even meet with him, so what does that tell you? They probably knew he wasn't going to be there. Okay, but again, Cleveland did trade the pick to Kansas City. We know they gave up pick 9. We know that. Giants are hyped, man. Understandably so. $973 and $143. Okay. I'm going to check just to make sure. All right. Oh, 974 and 148. Okay. 974 and 148. Boom. That's a good deal for the Browns. That's a very good deal. You get an extra third rounder in there, like, that's solid, man. That is solid. Actually, I'm curious. So let's go back. Let's do this again real quick. What are we doing here? Oh no! Oh no, it spoiled the actual pick. No! No! Dang it! Screw you, PFF mock draft machine. You suck. It spoiled the pick, guys. I'm sorry. I was gonna... They have 74 and 148. Like, Cleveland has a first, second, third, 2 thirds, sorry. A fourth, 3 fifths now, a 6th, and a 7th. So, I mean, that's great. And they go Mansour Delane, which is shocking. Shocking. that Mansour Delane is the pick there. To me, that's very surprising. The Bucs didn't even meet with Mansour Delane, so it is what it is. I'm sorry! I didn't mean to! I blamed the mock draft machine. Now we're fine. Now we don't have to do it. Now we don't have to do it anymore. I know, I have to be muted. That's true. McDuffie was traded to LA. That's true. 176 people in here, by the way, guys. 78 likes. We get it to 100 before the Bucs pick. Let me know. But Mansour Delane's the pick. He's got to be their number one corner, right? Me saying, oh, I'm sorry. This is a nightmare. This is just an absolute nightmare. Who are their starting corners now? You've got Cole Christensen, Noel Williams, Christian Fulton. Oh, yeah, they needed Mansour Delane. They needed him bad. You know what sucks, though, is that either Ruben Bane or Sonny Styles is going to go to the Saints now. And that's not fun. We don't like that. What's up from Utah? Yeah, Delane's going to be their number one corner. Has to be. But this is unfortunate now. This is very unfortunate. Washington doesn't have a second rounder. Who else would have took him? I mean, does that mean that the Commanders were thinking about taking him? Or the Saints were? I don't know. I don't know. But Mansour Delane's officially a top 10 pick. So shout out Mansour Delane. I think that's awesome. Yeah, he's easily going to be their number one corner. Easily. Now Washington's on the board. That's a great trade back for Cleveland, by the way. That's a great trade back. Washington's on the clock. We'll see what they do. I mean, they're going to pick Styles or Bane, in my opinion. Dude, Bane's going to go to the Saints. No! I hate it. I hate it so much. Dude, Washington's pick is in. They literally did not even wait a second. They're like, no, we know who we want. We know who we want. They did not wait. It's got to be Styles or Bane. It's got to be. Mansour Delane, man. I hope they get Messidor. The board's falling. Like, the guys are going before, like, where they go or what. Like, I don't know. I want Messidor if he's there. All right, Washington, what do you got, huh? I think they're going to grab Sonny Styles here. Could go Caleb Downs? They need a safety. I mean, I guess Downs could also go at 10. I guess that's also a possibility. Where's Cleveland? They don't have pick 24. They have pick 9 as well. So I don't know what we're doing here. 74, 148. Yeah, like where's the Chiefs? I don't know why the Chiefs still have pick 9. They shouldn't. I'm going to have to trade that to the I'm going to have to trade that to the Browns here in a moment. All right. Are we on the board with Bane if he falls? Yes. I mean, absolutely yes. There's no question that is who they should pick if he's there. But that is literally the biggest if in the world. Washington's pick is in, man. Again, moderators, keep an eye out for spoilers and stuff like that. I'm 100% on board with Bane if he slides. Are you kidding me? 100%. Come on now. Who would you rather have at that point besides Bane? All right. I'm going to show Washington's pick here. Yeah, Washington's pick is in. Come on now. This has got to be like reverse psychology from David. This is crazy. All right. Sonny Styles is a dream. Okay, man. Pick number 7. So we're getting pretty close to the Bucs pick, guys. We're only 8 picks away now. 9 picks, sorry. We're 8 picks away now after the Commander selection. But all right. Let us see. Pick number 7 for the Commanders is going to be... Hold on one moment, everybody. We still live? Yeah, we are. Okay, my stream page just died for a minute. Washington is going to go ahead and select Sonny Styles. There you go. So Sonny Styles is officially off the board as he is now a Washington Commander. All right. That's a good pick for Washington. The fact that Styles fell to 7, it's good value for them. By the way, 3 Ohio State Buckeyes in the top 10. Possibly a 4th year soon with Caleb Downs. All right. The Saints are officially on the clock, and the Saints pick is in. They wasted 0 time making their selection. Their pick was sprinted in. I think they're going Ruben Bane here. That is my guess. And Cleveland's here at pick 9. I don't want the Saints to have Ruben Bane, man. I really don't. Could they maybe go with, like, could they maybe go Jordan Tyson? Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? I'm hoping. Fingers crossed, dude. I wouldn't hate it if they picked Downs. I just really don't want them to get, like, another really good edge rusher. And they take Ty Simpson. Could you imagine, dude? I can't. Could go Downs here. Could go Ruben Bane. I think it's going to be one of those 2 guys, probably. I guess a dark horse option is, like, Jordan Tyson, maybe. So we will see. I mean, the Saints don't have, like, anybody at edge rusher right now. They just don't. All right. Saints wasted no time, man. No time. I hope the Saints F up this pick. That's for sure. Let's see. Who do they have at edge rusher nowadays? I mean, it's Olave, Devon Vell, Mason Tipton at receiver. They really do need a receiver. They, like, really, really, really need a receiver. Vernon Broughton, Devon Godchak, Brian Breesy, Carl Granderson. They need edge rusher, too. But they do have Chase Young. I could very well see them going Jordan Tyson here. I don't think they'd get a Mekhi Lemon. Probably not. I could see them going Tyson. Maybe. We will see. And then I've got to trade Kansas City's pick. I've got to trade Kansas City's 9th overall selection to Cleveland here. We're not refreshing this page because it freaking ruins it, apparently. I would it shock you if they took Jordan Tyson? I mean, again, the only meaningful receiver you have is Olave. Then it's Vell, Mason, Tipton, who had 11 catches for 76 yards in 2025. Devon Vele had 25 catches for 293 yards and is already 28 years old. Like, offensively, they very much need a receiver. Would not surprise me if that's the pick. Again, Mr. Cat, if you spoiled the pick, it's my last warning. Don't spoil picks. All right. John says fingers crossed for Tyson. 215 people in here, by the way, guys. Thank you so much for that. 85 likes. Could we please get it up to 100? I'd greatly appreciate that. Greatly, greatly appreciate that. Yeah, moderators, you don't gotta ban anybody or mute anybody. Just remove anything that you feel like is a spoiler, please. Yeah, they went Jordan Tyson, I would not be shocked, though, if that is the selection. I mean, their wide receiver room is abysmal right now. I could see if Bane doesn't go here at 8, I could see him going to the Dolphins. I could see that. I'm using PFF. I'm using PFF and ESPN are the two websites I'm using. Oh, you're all good, Kendall. Pretty easy to remember, I think. I don't want, like, do they need a corner? Yes. It's not my preferred guy in round 1. Let's say it's like Jermod McCoy. I want Messidor, man. I want Messidor. All right. What is going on with New Orleans? Are we going to get the pick announced? Caleb Downs still available. Jordan Tyson's available. All right, looks like we're about to get the Saints pick announced here now. We've still got a good chunk of time till this draft is over, folks. No, the Saints didn't trade back. Their pick is in. Their pick is 100% in. Here we go. Carolina's at pick 19. I thought they were at pick 18. No. Minnesota is. Okay. Okay. Who are the Saints picking up? Who the Saints got? They went ahead and picked. Hold on one moment, everybody. It's Jordan Tyson. All right. Jordan Tyson is the selection there. Boom. It makes sense. It makes sense for Kansas City. Now we need to go to Cleveland, take a 7th rounder next year. Yeah, because apparently you guys hate me. So Cleveland's on the clock. They still have pick 24 and are wheeling and dealing. I don't think Cleveland's going to trade down again. I don't think so. This is where I think you see Francis Maui Goa go. My goodness. They need offensive line help. Their top needs are quarterback, receiver. Like, could they go with the Makai Lemon? I don't know. I don't think so. Who else is on the Browns depth chart? Let's see. So receiver, they have Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, Isaiah Bond. That's not a great receiver room. Tillman did a whole lot of kind of nothing last year. Bond didn't do much either last year. What's their offensive line looking like? They got DeJuan Jones at left tackle, Zion Johnson at left guard, Elton Jenkins at center. Honestly, could they go Makai Lemon here? Or maybe Denzel Boston or Omar Cooper Jr. if they want to get like a big-bodied wide receiver. Because the only receiver worth anything right now on this team is Jerry Jeudy. And even he wasn't very good last year. So, like, they need help everywhere. Their pick is in, by the way. I think they're going to go receiver. My bold guess is that they're going to go Denzel Boston. That's my bold prediction here. And Bane continues to drop. At least in my world. Still a lot of talent on this board, man. The board is like, the guys that are not available so far is not surprising. Like we knew Bailey wasn't going to be available. It was a matter of where. Reese, we knew wasn't going to be available. Styles, no. Delane, no. We knew these guys weren't going to be there at pick 15. We knew that, right? So, yeah. Jordan Tyson, though, very, very good receiver. But he has had some injury issues in the past. Wow. Torn ACL, MCL, PCL. Missed the entire 2023 season at Arizona State. That's rough. That's rough, dude. But you're getting Tyler Shuck more weapons for New Orleans. So, yeah. I think Cleveland goes receiver. I told you guys, I think they go with my wild pick is Denzel Boston. That's like my wild pick. Or Makai Lemon. So they very clearly need receiving help. Very clearly. All right. 209 people in here, guys. We're at 102 likes. If you guys are new, by the way, hey, go ahead and subscribe. Real quick, by the way, as well, guys, I do want to say shout out to the sponsor of this channel. It is Prize Picks, everybody. Folks, it's as simple as this. I'll show you how to use Prize Picks. I think Jalen Brunson is going to get more than 28.5 points. I think that a guy like Cat is going to get less than 20. Well, he currently has 19. So let's say he gets more than 24.5. And let's say James Harden the Beard gets more than 19.5. I then enter in how much I'd like to enter, submit lineup, and it is as simple as that. Folks, there is a new user offer going on right now where if you guys play $5, you get $50 instantly in lineups using code HMA and following the link in the description. Huge shout out to Prize Picks for being the proud sponsor of this channel. Greatly, greatly appreciated as my lineup has been sent in. All right, folks. So Cleveland's on the board. I feel like they could go a few different directions here, but my guess is receiver. Let me know what you guys think about that. We will see. Commissioner's going up on the board. Come on, Cleveland. Shock the world. Do the Browns thing. A lot of talent there. A lot of talent. Let's see what Cleveland does. Cleveland is going to go... Ooh, Spencer Fono goes. Offensive tackle out of Utah. Okay, so they do go offensive line. Spencer Fono is the first offensive tackle off the board. Okay. Cleveland, don't hate it. They traded down, still got the guy that they wanted. Fono's really, really good. 6'6", 308. Should probably start at left tackle over DeJuan Jones, if I had to guess, because they just brought in Titus Howard to be their starting right tackle. So, congrats to Cleveland. Your offensive line rebuild is basically complete. You're going to have... Now you're going to have Fono at left tackle, Zion Johnson at left guard, Elton Jenkins at center, Tevin Jenkins at right guard, and Titus Howard at right tackle. So there you go. I think that this is a slam dunk pick for Caleb Downs. I think this is a slam dunk pick for Caleb Downs. Looking at the Giants' depth chart, I mean, you know, their wide receiver room's fine. Offensive line, I think, is fine. They don't need anybody on that D line. Honestly, they have too many edge rushers. Tyler Nubbin and Javon Holland are your starting safeties, which is like whatever. Like they're okay, I guess, but like it's funny. Downs is one of my favorite players in this draft. He really is. Giants pick is in though. Let's see who they decided to go with. With the 10th overall pick, the Giants have went ahead and selected. Ooh, Francis Maui Goa goes. Was not expecting that. Okay. So they go ahead and get more help for... Wow. Downs is still on the board, guys. I'm pretty surprised. I'm pretty freaking surprised. That's a pretty surprising pick. I don't know why Caleb Downs is falling. The dude was an absolute legend at Ohio State. Francis Maui Goa off the board, dude. Crazy. Crazy pick. But, like, I also, like, where's he going to start? Is he going to start at left tackle over Andrew Thomas? Probably not. Are you going to move him into left guard then? Maybe. Maybe. I do wonder. Is he going to start over Jermaine Munor? Oh, the Dolphins have traded the pick to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas moves up one spot, folks. One spot. But why? Or wait, does Dallas have pick 11 and pick 12? No. No. What is Dallas doing? No shot. Did Dallas... What did they give up? Did they give up George Pickens? Oh, no. What, dude? Dallas has pick 11 and 12. They're going crazy. Dallas's pick is in. They're going crazy. What did Dallas give up? We've got to see this. What did you do, Jerry? What did you do, you demon? Oh, man. We got to see what the compensation was to trade up. We need it. What's Dallas doing here? Cleveland got Spencer Fono. Okay, the player they wanted and added third and fifth round picks. Yep. Okay, now we need to see what Miami got from Dallas. Oh, no. Miami does have pick 12. Miami does have pick 12. Okay. So they swapped picks with Miami here. Moved up one spot. But what else did they give up besides 12? Miami's also got pick 30. All right. Francis Maui Goa. If you guys figure out what the compensation is, please let me go. Please let me know. So Logan says 12, 177, and 180. That's honestly fine. That's fine for Miami. Why not? You move back one pick, but who did Cleveland want to trade up for? Or sorry, who did Dallas want to trade up for? Miami's like kind of whatever. You're getting an extra couple late picks. You need those picks. So I mean, you have 3 fifths and 2 sevenths now. Okay. Yeah, 177 and 180. Okay, I mean, Dallas is like, whatever. We still have pick 20, so... Okay, interesting. What does Dallas need? I think Pickens signed the franchise tag. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Miami literally got 2 free picks, so... That's honestly like, whatever. I don't think they go receiver. I don't think they're going to go offensive line. Probably not. They've got a 3-4 defense, so like I don't know. This could be where Downs goes. This could also be 100% where Messidor go or not Messidor, sorry, Bane goes. Just to swap with Miami. We will see, but we're getting pretty close to the Bucs selection now, guys. 246 people in here, by the way, 108 likes. Thank you all so much for that. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Dallas doing the quick little mini trade up. Remember last time the Buccaneers did that? That was whenever they got by God, Vontae Mack is the pick. If you know, you know. Pure cinema. Vontae Mack, no matter what. So we are officially 4 picks away from the Buccaneer selection. Technically 3 because Dallas has already made their pick. So I'm going to be very curious to see if Tampa Bay trades back. Very, very, very curious. Because right now the board's falling to where like... You know, if Vega Ione is there, if Monroe Freeling is there, it's like, okay. But I mean, Bane's still there. Messidor is still there. Those are right now, they're my top 2 options. They never even met with Downs, so I don't even know. I don't even know. No, I don't think... No. I don't think the Bucs... I really, really, really don't think the Bucs are trading up. I think their team trade down no matter what. But Dallas here, man. They did trade for Rashawn Gary. They do have Donovan Ezeraku. So I wonder if they're just like, yeah, whatever. We're just going to add to our pass rush even more. Quinn Williams, Kenny Clark are a crazy D-line combo, too. I don't think they go offensive line. All right. Come on now. Let's get this show on the road. So, yeah, 2026 fifth rounders for Miami and pick 12 for pick 11. If I'm Miami, I'm big chilling at that point. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. Because our team sucks. We have the worst roster in football right now. If you are the Miami Dolphins. Okay. Oh, Caleb Downs is the selection here. Okay. ESPN ruined it for me. So, Caleb Downs is the pick. And Miami's on the board. So Caleb Downs officially off the board, unfortunately. That's a smart pick for Dallas there. That is. I wish if Downs would have fell all the way to pick 15, that would have been a really interesting conversation. But he does not. And I think Miami literally just swapped with Dallas, and they're still going to get Ruben Bane. After that, it gets interesting. If Bane falls all the way to 15, man, 6'3", 270, not even 22 years old yet. That'd be awesome. They met with him, so like they know what he's about. Dolphins pick is in. This thing's supposed to end in the next like hour and a half. So we got to hurry it up. Oh, I'm sorry that I'm sorry. Are you guys getting spoiled by ESPN? Dude, imagine Downs, Winfield, and Tyke Smith. That's disgusting. Like, that is disgusting. Yeah, that's a great pick for Dallas. I mean, there was chatter that Downs was going to be top 10, you know? But so far, there's been a couple of surprises. Spencer Fono being the first tackle off the board. The Giants going with Francis Maui Goa and Arvell Reese. So they get a really good offensive and defensive guy. Miami's pick is in, though. I'm doing good, Mikey. How you doing? Doing good? I mean, yes, Miami could. I mean, what does Miami need? Miami needs everything. Like, you don't have receivers. You don't really have offensive line, at least not anybody notable. You do have Chop and Josh Uche, and Jordan Brooks is cool. They could literally go anywhere, and it wouldn't surprise me. Like, they could go absolutely anywhere, and I'd be like, yeah, they need that. Because this roster is so bad. Oh, you stop it, Mikey. I mean, their receivers really, really, really suck. I do wonder if they go receiver here. It'll probably be Ruben Bane. If it's not Ruben Bane, there's like a very legit chance Ruben Bane could drop to the Bucs. Or the Rams or Baltimore trade out and a team trades up to get Ruben Bane. One or the other. All right. So nobody that has really met with the Bucs has been taken off the board yet besides David Bailey. That's it. So we're kind of big chilling right here. Messidor, man. Messidor, Bane. I don't know. I do not know. I think Miami could go a lot of different places here, man. Receiver, offensive line, edge defender. I mean, do you maybe go corner, Jermon McCoy, safety? Everything. They need everything. Kenyon Sadiq. Please, somebody take Kenyon Sadiq before he goes to the Bucs so I don't have to worry. Somebody do that, please. I would weep. I would weep if they did that. All right. Miami Dolphins have went ahead and selected. Let's see. They need help literally everywhere. But they do have a defensive-minded head coach now in Jeff Hafley. Ooh, Kaden Proctor goes. Okay. Kaden Proctor is the pick. Wow. Were you guys expecting that? We are 2 picks away from Ruben Bane possibly being on the board with Tampa Bay. I'm praying Ruben Bane slides to the Bucs. Praying. I don't think he will, but a man can dream. I could see the Rams trading away this pick right now. Especially since they've got an extra first round. I mean, like, I don't know. They could also just go receiver. Oh, the Rams pick is already in. Bro, are they actually going to get Ruben Bane? I know I'm just talking nonsense at this point. Could you imagine Byron Young, Jared Verse, and Ruben Bane all together just going crazy? And Kobe Turner, and Poona Ford and Braden Fisk just going crazy? Okay. The Rams pick is in, man. This could be a sneaky spot for Ty Simpson. This could be a sneaky spot for Simpson. They need wide receiver, tackle, and linebacker. I could see a Denzel Boston or a Mekhi Lemon, maybe. Monroe Freeling is still there? Maybe. Dude. Oh, man. We're so close. We're so close to glory. 275 people in here, guys. 122 likes. Thank you all so much for that. It is greatly appreciated. So Baltimore still has their pick as of right now. Dude, don't you say that, Orange. You're trolling, bro. You're trolling. I know you don't want Kenyon Sadiq. The troll job is in. If Bane is there, sprint to the podium and submit that pick and get Ruben Bane. Do it. Like, you can't pass up on that guy. He shouldn't even be here. I mean, come on. 6'3", 270. The dude's a beast. Watch him go to the Rams. I don't even know why we're having the conversation. We have 2 more picks to get by. If Bane's not on the board, then whatever. Everything, like, just goes back to what we have been thinking. But Bane being there potentially, it changes everything. You have a clear-cut guy right there. Like a clear-cut guy. So we need to see what the Rams are going to do. And then Baltimore, I mean, they just signed Trey Hendrickson. So I don't 100% see that. They have Roquan. They have Mike Green, who they took in the first round last year. So, like, they don't really need him. We'll see. Come on, Los Angeles. You're going to make us miserable even more. Let's see. We really going to get a commercial break? We are. What the heck? Oh, we have to wait. Waiting stinks. I hate waiting, guys. I hate waiting. This is a nightmare. Man, oh man, waiting is not ideal. .5 pass rush win rate. 6.9 run stop rate. The pass rush grade's awesome. Run defense is awesome. Went to the national championship. South Florida's best player. Where's Bane? So he's been in Miami forever. Forever. And he didn't go to his hometown team. They said, we want Kaden Proctor. That's who we want. I think the Rams are going to go receiver because Puka Nakua's kind of lost his freaking mind, but I think the Rams go receiver or receiver. Receiver or offensive line is my guess. Not as much trade down as we all thought, though, huh? Not as much trade down as we all thought, which is pretty surprising. Are we back? No, we're not back. Why are we getting an ad for a Minions movie, bro? This is the draft. I don't give a crap about Minions, bro. We need to get to the... We need the picks. It also wouldn't be surprising if they took like a Ty Simpson here. It's going good, Glenn. How you doing? I did wait 9 months to be born. That's facts. That's facts. You are right. I guess I do need to be a patient. I guess I have better patience in me. Come on, Rams. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Woo! The Ravens need some O-line help, too. That could be a spot for Vega Ione. That could be. All right. Let me go ahead and... Can I change? Hold on one moment. Nope, that's the wrong thing. When it comes to the Bucs pick, I'm going to change it to this angle so you guys see my reaction more clearly. Because LOL memes, but... Oh, man. Rams. What we doing here? Come on, Los Angeles. The future depends on it. The future depends on this. We need the best timeline, okay? We need the best timeline. All right, let's see. Let us see. Los Angeles Rams have selected. Come on. 312 people in here, by the way, guys. 140 likes. Thank you all so much for that. Ty Simpson, baby. Let's go. Quarterback to the Rams. Sick. Oh, that's awesome. Is it now is a team going to trade up with... Is a team going to trade up with Baltimore to jump the Bucs to get Ruben Bane? I don't know. Bro, we are one pick away! One pick! Please! Baltimore, don't do it. Don't. Rams just freaking picked Ty Simpson. That's crazy. He's their new franchise quarterback after Stafford's done. What's up, ACM? At this point, it needs to be like a Ruben Bane if he's there. But I feel like Baltimore's going to trade out of their pick, and somebody's going to jump up and grab Bane, and I'm going to cry. Because I want the Bucs to have Ruben Bane, but they probably won't have Ruben Bane. So Baltimore's on the clock, baby. The Rams with the shock of the draft so far. The Rams with the shock of the draft taking Ty Simpson. Love it. The Rams called Stafford today to inform them that they plan to take Ty Simpson. There you go. Now, Baltimore is an interesting decision because Vega Ione is still on the board, but can you pass up on Ruben Bane? I don't think so. I know that they have Mike Green. I know that they have... I think Baltimore's trying to trade down right now. I know that they have a lot of guys. You know, I know they have Hendrickson. I know they have Green, but like... Remember, defensive-minded head coach right now in Baltimore. Like, yeah, you could get Vega Ione to help protect Lamar, but Bane's far and away the best defensive guy on the board. Ravens' pick is in, so they have made a selection here. They didn't trade it. I feel like if this pick right here is Bane, the Bucs are going to try and trade down. That is genuinely what I believe. That is genuinely what I believe. Guys, hit the like button. Let's go. 144 likes, 342 people in here. Let's freaking go, guys. We are almost here. Ty Simpson's an LA Ram. They go a lot of directions, Baltimore. They could go a lot of directions. I'm not reading the chat right now because I do not need spoilers. I do not need spoilers right now. What is Baltimore gonna do? That's the question. That's the $1 million question here. I will either have extreme joy or extreme sadness, which then could turn into more joy if the Bucs trade down. So we'll see. We will see. I think there's a lot riding on this Baltimore pick right now. A lot. Chad, how we feeling? You guys feeling good? Let me know. Again, I'm not looking at the chat right now because I do not need spoilers. I don't. So I'm gonna let my mods show in the chat, hang out, but I can't answer any questions right now. My moderators, just answer it how you think I would answer any questions, and we'll go from there. All right. I'm not crazy, right? Like, yeah, he's still okay. Yeah, I'm not losing my mind, right? Ruben Bane is still on the board. He is. A couple of Alabama players going back to back, by the way, everybody. All right, Baltimore. Please don't mess this up. Please don't ruin our lives. Please don't do it. I need Ruben Bane in a Bucs jersey. That's all I need. I didn't think Ruben Bane was going to possibly be there at 15. I didn't think we might get one pick away from Ruben Bane being a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. All right. The pick's in. Baltimore. Okay, Baltimore, please. Please. Oh, it's so stressful, guys. It's so stressful. Who you picking, Baltimore? Who you picking? Don't do it. Don't rip my heart out like this. Who you got? Let's see. Let's go. Vega Ione. Vega Ione was the pick. Oh, Ruben Bane is on the board, and the Bucs are on the clock. Let's Let's go! The Bucs pick is in! If you pick Kenyon Sadiq, I am going to drive to one Buck and give you a piece of my mind! Let's go! Baltimore, I love you! Bucs, don't you dare! They met with Bane. They met with Bane at the Combine. Don't you dare. Don't you dare mess this up, Jason Light. Ruben freaking Bane is on the board, guys. He needs to be the pick. He needs to be the selection. Please. Tampa said, who's on the board? Please, if you pick Kenyon Sadiq, I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out. We love Baltimore, guys. We love you, Baltimore. We love you so much. Oh my gosh. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's crazy, bro. My heart is going at 100 miles a second. Dude, this live stream is brought to you. This pick is brought to you by Ty Simpson, Kaden Proctor, and Vega Ione. Thank you. Whoo! If you go to commercial, I'm gonna freaking cry. All right. Are we here? Yes. Yes. Okay. Don't go to commercial. I'm gonna weep if you go to commercial. Don't you dare. Please go to the Buccaneers selection. Please do it. Okay, they really went to commercial. They really went to commercial. Woo! Jason Light, if there's ever a time for us to have this moment of greatness, it'd be right now. To get the fifth rated prospect. Some people were saying this guy could have went number 2. Please make the move. You brought him in for a visit. You like him. Just take him. It's not rocket science, man. It ain't rocket science. Oh, man. Come on, boys. Hey, W's, guys, W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Bane, okay? We need it. I'm not looking at the chat unless I see some W's, okay? W's in the chat for Bane. We got 428 people in here, 173 likes. Guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's go. Let's go. I need the W's in the chat for that Bane luck, okay? I don't know who they picked. I'm sure a lot of you know who they picked. Okay? I'm sure a lot of you know who they picked. I need the W's because we need Bane. We need Bane so bad. If they pick Kenyon Sadiq over Ruben Bane Jr., I'm going to crash out. Don't do it, Tampa. Don't do it. I literally just got a text from Evan Waters that said, wow. Oh, man. Evan Wanish just texted me, wow, guys. And if he's saying that because it's Kenyon Sadiq and not Ruben Bane, or if it's like an offensive lineman or something, if it's like Monroe Freeling, I'm gonna cry. I won't actually cry, but I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna be so, so, so upset. They stayed, bro, they got that pick in so quick. So quick. It has to be. It has to be Bane, dude. It has to be. Tampa's pick is in. Don't do it. Oh. Don't do it, Tampa. Please don't mess this up. Evan texting me, wow, has me so worried right now. Guys, just put Bane in the chat. Put the Banes in the chat, okay? I need Ruben Bane. Guys, get the Banes in the chat, because we need it right now. We need it. Please. All right. Are we here? Yes, we are. Okay. I'm going to go big frame here. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers pick is in. Pick number 15, everybody. Please, please be Ruben Bane. I beg of you, Tampa. Please. Please? I beg of you. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at pick 15. Who they going with? Oh, my heart. My heart, dude. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have selected Ruben Bane! Yeah! Boom! Woo! Woo! Ruben Bane! Let's freaking go, boys! Bane, 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 Bane. Woo! Ruben freaking Bane, dog! Yes! Yes! Hold up. We gotta... Boom! Let's freaking go, dude! Let's freaking go! Whoo! What a start to this draft, baby! Let's freaking go. Ruben Bane, baby. Whoo! All right, listen. Here's the deal, okay? Here's what you need to know about Ruben Bane. He's really freaking good, okay? 23.5 pass rush win rate, 92.4 pass rush grade, 6.9 run stop rate. The guy played in 16 games last year, 12 sacks, 68 quarterback hurries. Oh, man, dude. Literally the best defender on the board. I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now. My goodness, man. What a pick. What a pick. There were conversations that Bane would have been number 2, would have been in the top 5 and stuff like that, but to get him at pick 15 is so awesome. It's so awesome. Look, people are going to talk about, people are going to be talking about like the arm length and stuff like that. Bro, he's not even 22. He's going to start for you right away. 100% he is going to start for you right away. No question about it. This is a phenomenal pick. I mean, for me, I love it. Love this pick. You look at this pass rushing room now, and we'll dive more into it later, but Bane, Yaya, Al-Quadin Muhammad, that's a great trio. I feel great about that room right there. You know? I really do. Like, not great. I guess I shouldn't say, like, great, but, like, Bane is so awesome. This is huge. This is huge. They got an unfathomably valuable pick, in my opinion. Literally, Bane was the 5th player on PFF's big board. 5th. He was like the 3rd guy that they had met with, besides Sonny Styles and David Bailey. Again, 6'3", 270 pounds. Fell all the way down to 15, dude. All the way down to 15. Thank you to the Rams. Thank you to the Ravens. The Dolphins. I mean, my gosh, dude. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Nobody expected Bane to be at 15. They just got one of the best steals on the board, in my opinion, period, dude. So freaking awesome. Let's go, guys. Let's freaking go. Real quick, shout out to Prize Picks, proud sponsor of this channel, guys. You take a look here. I'm going to go ahead and say that James is going to get more than 20.5 points. Jamal Murray, sure, will get more than 27.5. And Ant will get more than 28.5. I then put in how much I'd like to enter, hit submit lineup, and it's as simple as that. So huge shout out to Prize Picks for being the proud sponsor of this video. There's a new user offer. You play $5, you get $50 instantly using code HMA and following the link in the description. That is play $5, get $50 instantly in lineups. Huge shout out to Prize Picks for being the proud sponsor of this channel. Oh, man. The Bucs got Ruben Bane, bro. Chat, we hyped? Are we hyped right now? I'm hyped. I need to make a phone call. I'm going to call my guy, Mr. Evan Wanish. I need to get his thoughts. Hold on one second. Wani!
How you doing?
When you texted, you're on the stream right now.
Alright, what's up, people?
When you texted, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, they just picked Kenyon Sadiq over Ruben Bane. And I was like, and I literally said to the chat, I was like, he's trolling me. I was like, I am going to be disgusted if they take Sadiq over Bane. But they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't.
Ruben Bane here. Let me ask you this. I wasn't expecting Bane to be there. Were you?
I was not. To be honest with you, though, I wasn't even sure if the Buccaneers were going to take him. I have to be honest. We know that the Bucs typically, like to look for a certain type of player. And look, I'm not saying Bane's, got some troubles or whatever, but there was a couple reports, like a couple weeks ago that he could have some issues with a car crash or whatever, a couple back in 2024. But, I mean, look, I think that combined with the fact he's got some shorter arms, right? He's not a perfect prospect, but I mean, this guy has a tremendous ceiling, and yeah, I wasn't expecting to be there. My mock drafts, I had him going 8th overall to the Saints. I did not expect him to be there. It was 7 picks later, and the Buccaneers scooped him up. So, I mean, look, if I was in their position, I would have done the exact same thing, so kudos to Jason Light.
Yeah, I was sitting there and I was thinking, I was like, if Bane gets picked to either the Rams or Ravens, they are going to trade out of this pick. I don't even think the Bucs expected Bane to be there fully.
No, I would expect not. I do think they looked at a lot of trade down scenarios. I think they talked with the Philadelphia Eagles quite a bit. But I think ultimately, once Bane was there, they deemed it was just too good to pass up. And it's literally one of the top players at that position, and also a position of need. You can't really get much better than that. So I just think it's too good to pass up. And so yeah, Ruben Bane is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, and they finally have invested. And James has been hammering this for 5 years now. They finally invested a legit asset into a pass rusher. So hopefully it works out for them.
Oh, yeah. Now, I did see somebody, I think they're trolling, say that the Bucs traded back into round 1.
I don't believe so. But
yeah, I that would be very unlikely. Oh, man. What fun. What fun. All right, well, I'll let you get going, man, and we'll see you for day 2, okay?
All right, see you then.
All right, take it easy, dude. Well, there you go. I had Mr. Evan Wanish on. I am also going to... I need to go... Hold on one second, guys. Man, and Sadiq went to the next pick to the Jets, which I think is fine, I guess. Like, that's fine. Good for them. I'm so happy Ruben Bane was that pick, bro. I thought they were going to mess it up. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Whew. Guys, put W's in the chat for Ruben Bane, please. Put them dubs in the chat. We need them. We need them dubs right now. That's sick. Lions pick is in, by the way. So, yeah, the Jets very quickly went with Kenyon Sadiq later. So, they've got David Bailey and Kenyon Sadiq. Good for them. But the Bucs, I think they got the steal of the first round, man. I think they got the steal of the first round. Guys, how do we feel? Hold on one second. I'm going to do another poll. Do you like, hold on one sec. Do you like the Bane Jr. pick? Yes or no? It's as simple as that. You guys are going to answer this yes or no. Do you like the Bane Jr. pick? Also, I need to... All right. All right, folks. Okay. Awesome freaking pick, man. Now, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. See, now spoilers don't matter as much because we're not to the it doesn't matter. The Bucs already like picked. But yeah, I would say Akeem Messidor does get picked. I do. I do. What an awesome selection, though. Kenyon Sadiq went there at 16. All right. Blake Miller goes here. Blake Miller, offensive tackle out of Clemson, is now off the board. All right. He was pretty far down there. Man, what a saga, man. I can't believe Bane was available. Sadiq was the pick? No. I don't believe he was at all. I don't like I did not like the Kenyon Sadiq to Buccaneers stuff. I think they would have traded down. The Vikings pick is in. Man, oh man. No, I'm good, Daniel. I'm good, brother. Oh, man. Bane isn't a 3-4 rusher? It's got to be trolling here. 6'3", 270. He's gonna play a 3-4 rusher. He's 100% gonna play a 3-4 rusher. In this defense, he will. The Bucs' next pick is pick 46. Bro, the NFC South rivals are punching the air right now. They are punching the air right now. That is facts. Fantastic stuff. Awesome, man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Caleb Banks goes to the Vikings, by the way. There you go. So Florida Gator goes at pick 18. Yeah, bro. Generational haters. Generational haters on the Banks pick, or on the Bane Jr. pick. This is great. I mean, this is a fantastic, fantastic pick. What's up, Streets? Great pick, great call. What's the chances we trade up and get Rodriguez? Probably not super likely because I imagine Tampa does want to hold on to their picks. But they addressed the most important need with one of the best players at the position. I mean, this is awesome. Yay, Brian Flores, man, getting that defensive lineman, dude. What's Caleb Banks is 6'6", 330? Yeah, bro. Yeah. Well, the Panthers are on the board. We'll see what Carolina does here. So far, I mean, dude. So awesome. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that, man. Shout out Carmelitas. Daniel, go ahead and put the location of the Carmelitas in the chat so everybody can know where to get some good food. I gotta get some more water, folks. Whew. All right, guys. Panthers pick is in. Dallas still has pick 20 as far as I can tell. Is Max Crosby now off our radar? Yes, I would say 100% yes. So people loving this Messidor pick, man. People are loving the Messidor pick. 98%, dude. 98% say that this was a good pick. And yeah, I tend to agree with them. I mean, bro, if they would have not picked Bane there at 15, I would have been devastated. But they did the thing. They did the thing they needed to do. Apologies, I'm opening up a package right now. I wonder. I don't think they're gonna get Rodriguez. I don't think he's gonna be available in round 2. I don't. What the heck? What the heck? Ah. Okay. Cool. I have not seen any character issues at all with Bane. I have not. Also, guys, I'm waiting to hear on some other stuff right now regarding some drafting work. Let me bring in my draft guy Logan here. See what his opinions are on everything. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. All right. We're going to start a new meeting here. And then let me see here. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me get my guy Logan in here and see what's going on. Because he is our resident. He did have the car accident thing. Yes, but you know, man, obviously the Buccaneers did their research. Oh, yeah, you guys are right. Dallas did trade the pick to Philadelphia. Dang. Okay. Who? Oh, Monroe Freeland goes to the Panthers here. Okay. And now you guys are going to have to let me know what Dallas gave up. Oh, 20, get 23, 114, and 137. So Dallas is wheeling and dealing. Eagles give up 23, 114, and 137 for pick 20. That's a really good deal for Dallas. That's a really solid deal for them. Curious to see who the Eagles are going to go with here. I think Dylan Thiemann is going to be a very legit option here for them. Man. Yes, I'm very happy with this selection. Man, oh man. So the Eagles pick, who did they go with? Hold on. Mekhi Lemon. Okay, so they trade up and get a receiver. More smoke to the fire that A.J. Brown is going to be out of here. Okay. Awesome stuff. Yeah, that's a good pick by the Eagles. Ruben Bane Jr., man. All right. Well, the excitement has died down a little bit, which is good. Good. What value? What value? I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff about like best second round targets as well and stuff like that. So let me see. All right. A.J. Brown is probably out, and I think, yeah, that's fair. Receiver, then the third. I think Lemon is going to be the better. Dude, if they get Jacob Rodriguez, watch Bane be a bust and Messidor get like 17 and a half sacks. I mean, look, you swung at the best guy available. You swung at the best edge rusher left. I mean, again, there was legit conversations. Remember, Bane might have went at 7, guys, or 6. I thought that the Chiefs could have maybe traded up for Bane. And you get him all the way at 15? I mean, come on. It is only round 1 today, yes. And Pittsburgh's pick is going to be here at 21. I wonder if they're going to trade down or take somebody. We'll see. Thoughts on Mason Thomas? I mean, they're not going to pick him now. I think this is the only guy that they're taking. I think this is the only guy that they're taking in round 1. 257 people in here, by the way. 258 likes. Thank you guys so much for that. If you guys are new, by the way, go ahead and like the live stream and subscribe if you guys are new as well. We got Logan in here. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull him up here. Hold up. Hold the bill. Hold on just a second here, Logan. We're going to get you in here, okay? Let's see. All right. Well, Logan, they can't see you, but they can hear you right now. So hold on. Let me put in an earpiece so I can hear you. How you doing, sir?
Doing well. Merry football Christmas, James. It's a good night. It's a fun night.
So, all right. Let me go ahead and get you pulled up here so we can talk about this. All right, let's see. Nope, that's Zoom. Let's see here. Zoom doesn't want to work with us. Okay. Well, Logan, how do you feel about the pick? Give me your thoughts here. Logan, can you hear me? Oh, he's frozen, folks. Hold on. He's back. He's back.
I mean, I think it was the chat spoke for itself. I mean, last I saw, 98% to 2%. I mean, they're taking the Eagles strategy. You know, who's the best player on the board? Let's take that guy. People fall for whatever reason, but I mean, the Eagles have shown the last few years that these people they're producing. They might have some off-field stuff here and there. I mean, Baines, I mean, it's compared to some others we've seen, doesn't really, to me, strike as like, oh, but we think this is going to be big issues that are going to pop up again in the future. So I'm surprised enough teams waited this long, but I think for the Bucs, it was an obvious slam dunk pick, and it's a position of need. You can't really ask for anything more.
Now, when we're talking about the situation of like Bane falling and stuff like that, in the issues, so to speak, why do you feel like Bane fell?
I honestly, there probably are a few teams that dropped out just out of character concerns. Again, I think like something happened. It was bad, but it doesn't necessarily seem to be like, oh, this is something that's going to be a repeat problem. We think he's going to be, an issue for us in our locker room. I think for more teams, it was some of the measurables that, I mean, everybody talks about the hands, a little bit with size, but I mean, the tape, the college tape speaks for itself. I thought he looked good at the combine, all different drills, everything. I think he looks the part. So again, I'm a bit surprised, but I think, there's definitely a lot of teams that are a bit old school. And if you don't meet certain boxes with measurements, then they just aren't going to take it.
Did you think he was going to be there at 15?
No, I mean, I predicted he was going to go second.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
I mean, I'm pretty surprised. Yeah, maybe not top 5, but the fact that he got outside of the top 10. I mean, it seems to be a weaker class with defensive end. There wasn't a lot of these edge prospects that we think of are not traditional edges. Bailey, Reese, both of those are really converted linebackers. Bane is, the true like actual edge player. That's where he's been his whole career, and he's produced year after year in college. I mean, personally saw him victimize the Buckeyes in the in the playoffs. I mean, he was a wrecking ball, and he continued to do that
I remember that game.
all season long.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember watching that game and the national championship, I believe it was, and I was like, this guy's disgusting. And then
He
like,
is.
and I remember, I think I was talking to my dad about it. I was like, yeah, the Bucks ain't gonna get this guy.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, I can't believe he was there. So let's go over everything that's happened so far. Because Max Ian Anchor just went to Pittsburgh, which is like whatever. Logan, any big
Yeah.
surprises for you? By the way, Max Ian Anchor is the 30th ranked player on PFF's big board. Any big
Yeah.
surprises for you?
Only other surprise, I mean, a little bit surprised. Downs fell to 11, but I think he's kind of similar position as Bane. That like the college tape, he is a bona fide top three pick, like can't miss. But some of the measurements, Downs is a bit small, not quite as fast as some of the flashier safeties. So, but I mean, his college tape. If there's one person I would say, you know, 20 years from now they're going to be getting a gold jacket, I'd probably say it's Caleb Downs is the most likely. The worst case scenario is he's a really quality starter for 10 years. So I thought that was a great pick by the Cowboys. But other than that, the biggest surprise has to be for me, Ty Simpson going to the Rams. I mean, obviously they've gotten his approval. They clearly would have talked to him about it. But to me, that kind of indicates that they think their window's closed and they have a top 15 pick and they're not using on somebody who could help Stafford get another ring potentially. I mean, that to me is very surprising.
Yeah. Yeah. So you said a couple of the picks were Downs going to 11. I personally thought that Downs, I thought that his ceiling of where he was going to be picked was going to be like 10 at the most. I thought like, okay, if this guy goes to the Saints at 8, not surprised, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the Giants went Francis Maui Goa, and then freaking Rams, man. Ty Simpson, 13, Logan.
Yeah, I personally don't see it. I mean, I watch enough of his games in college, and he's got a lot of elite talent around him, and he did not look the part to me. I'm sure a lot of the traits, the arm strength, some of that obviously impressed the Rams, and I mean they have a pretty good scouting department, but for me it's a bit of a head scratcher.
Bro is the successor to Stafford now.
Yeah,
You know who I feel worst for? Stenson Bennett.
I mean, he's never going to be more than a bench warmer. He can hold the clipboards. I think he'll be fine.
The king's crown has fallen. That's all I need to say. There was a couple other surprise, like the Dolphins taking a offensive lineman wasn't surprising. I mean, they need literally everything. I thought that was going to be a spot that maybe Bane would have went to.
Yeah.
The Ravens, I didn't think they were going to take Bane, but like at that point, you're just like, this guy's too good to pass up. But Vega Ione was like, okay, whatever. Logan, what would you have done? Because he went the next pick. What would you have done if the Bucs went Kenyon Sadiq instead of Ruben Bane?
I mean, you were talking about heading into the facility. I think we got to really get to the root and maybe do some advanced Google searches on Light's address and nothing violent, but just some strongly worded posters, letters in the mailbox. And like he clearly has a problem with some of the tight ends. And I'm glad that he didn't fall for it again and went for the position of need in this case.
I would have lost my mind, dude. I would have lost my mind. I would have been, because like, again, Bane at 15, stupid value. Now, what do you think?
Yeah.
Now, you can maybe provide some more insight for us here. A lot of people are saying, look at the tape. He's not very good. He's going to be more of a 4-3 D end. Do you believe any of that? Because I don't believe that. By the way, Messidor just went to the Chargers at pick 22.
Nice. Good pick.
That is a good pick for them.
No, I don't see it. Again, I think he's another example like Caleb Downs of, I think his floor is a super quality defensive end. Maybe he doesn't reach all pro status, but I mean he's going to be a guy that is going to get you 10 plus sacks every season. It's not like the Miami was out there scheming him and he was getting really easy looks at the quarterback. I mean, he has some really impressive pass rushing traits, and so to me, I don't really see how he can be a miss. Maybe he doesn't quite reach the ceiling. Some people want him to, but to me, for where they got him at pick 15, the worst thing you can say is, hey, that's great value.
Bro, I would have loved Messidor. Like, I would have been completely content with Messidor at pick 15. Bane is better and 3.5 years younger. This guy ain't even 22 yet.
Right.
It is insane. Now to be blunt, we do need to talk when we're talking about off the field stuff. What do you mean by that? Because I know the report came out about the car crash incident and stuff like that. Can you shed some more light on that for everybody here who might not know about that?
I don't want to speak, incorrectly on anything. I believe that, within the last 18 months or so that Bane was involved in some sort of car accident that I believe someone did die as a result, or at least was very seriously injured. And there was no criminal charges. I'm pretty confident in saying that it was not determined that he was negligent in any way or that he was under the influence. I don't believe anyone is alleging that, but obviously that is a really unfortunate situation. So that's one of those very odd gray areas that, I don't know if the details are released about who was at fault, things like that, but it's just one of those things that obviously is going to stick with a player. But if obviously that is a huge thing that happened, but a lot of times when people have character concerns, it's not just one incident. There's a lot of different things that there's whispers about how they are in the locker room, attitude, all things like that. And for really with Bane, it seems to be this one issue. Granted, a very serious thing that occurred, but as far as I know, there's nothing police related, still ongoing with that, and was an isolated issue.
So here's the thing it just said. Bane's vehicle rear-ended another car, swerved into a concrete barrier, and then ricocheted into another vehicle. The crash was ultimately ruled an accident, and no further action was taken against Bane, such as a field sobriety test. Charges were eventually dropped against Bane, but the one person had succumbed to her injuries 3 months later. Betts, Miss Destiny Betts.
Mm-hmm.
So, it to me, it reads to me that everybody there thought it was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
And you're having...
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those tricky situations that we do unfortunately tend to see this a lot. Players in a town where they're known, they're relatively famous to a degree. I think there is some level of those conspiracy theories out there of whether they did enough as far as oversight over that situation. But again, we're not involved with the police. We're not lawyers, so that's really not for us to say.
I don't know, Logan. You do work for the government, so. Here's another thing though. Like, if there's any team that is going to do their research on this situation, it is going to be Tampa. Because when is, if you guys can name me the last time the Buccaneers drafted a player with character concerns, I'd love to hear it. Because they don't do that. And if this is the only thing that they have with Bane, which is a tragic thing, cannot stress that enough, right? But the Bucs do their research on these things. They do. Apparently, Bane was also given a second reckless driving charge in 2026, but it was also dismissed. So, I understand that that's going to be a bit of a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like we take a look at Tampa Bay and who they've drafted in the past. Like, if we're saying Jordan Whitehead was the last guy the Tampa Bay Buccaneers took that had character concerns, and that was all the way back in, I think 2017. And I don't even necessarily know if I would use the pure terminology here of like character concerns, right?
Right.
Like I would use it as like, hey, that was something that concerning that did happen off the field that does need to be looked into. Jameis Winston. Okay, that's fair, actually. And the
Yeah.
Buccaneers went and took Jameis Winston, and then the Uber incident happened and all that type of stuff. But we haven't heard anything regarding Bane's players having issues with his fellow teammates, his coaches, having attitude problems, whatever it may be. It certainly, here's a good example. Like, by the way, Malachi Lawrence just went to the Cowboys. Wow. Um, Whenever we're talking about this, um, a good example, James Pierce Jr. That's legit. Like, hey, you've got to really weigh what you want to do here, right? And we saw that it didn't work out for Atlanta. This feels different to
Hmm.
me, Logan. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. So again, I know that that's like a loaded situation to talk about here, but like we do want to give you guys as much information as we can on these prospects, and just because that's the biggest concern, right? I don't even know if arm length is the biggest concern, Logan. Like whatever, because bro, people knew Bane's like people had to have an idea about Bane's like overall arm length for a while. And people were still saying like, "Hey, my guy's still going to be like freaking second overall pick." So it's
Right.
like that part's whatever. The off the field stuff, I don't even know, like the car accident because it's not stuff plural. It's one situation that we know of, right? The
Right.
the driving thing. You just have to trust that the Bucs did their research here. That's what you have to
Yep.
trust. And the Bucs
Yep.
literally last year said we took a guy like Emeka Ibuka because we think highly of his character, right?
Yep.
This is how this team operates. So, we'll see. You have to hope that it's not going to be a concern. Um, they met with him. They met with Bane throughout this entire process. It got a feel for who he was and all these different types of things, right? So we're just gonna have to wait and see how this process continues to unfold. Logan, a couple more players though that have been going off the board that we're seeing. Cleveland Browns pick is in, by the way. There's still a lot of talent here available.
Yeah.
CJ
Yeah.
Allen's still available. I don't think the Bucs are getting another edge rusher. I mean, trust me, I would want them to get another edge rusher. But Caden McDonald might be going
Yeah.
here at the end of the first round. By the way, shout out Ohio State, dude. What did you think of
Oh,
Tate going at 4, bro?
yeah, I think we saw a bit of a trend there in the first round that we saw some first year quarterbacks flash some talent with Cam Ward and then Shuck as well for the Saints, and both said, "Hey, we're gonna really see if they've got it this year." I mean, the Titans invested at Tate at 4, the Saints went with Tyson at 8. Obviously, they're in the NFC South, so I think both are saying, "Hey, this is a year like." Obviously, Shuck had a really impressive end of the season, but wanting to test, is that a flash in the pan? Can he continue to put that together? So I think both of those are really interesting picks, and I think that'll be a really, really cool spot for Tate. I think Calvin Ridley has not been what they expected him to be there last year. I think they have a few other young rookies that uh, impressive in short stints. So I think they have an interesting wide receiver room, and don't think they're going to be contending by any means, but I think they'll at least be a more fun team to watch than they were last year when it was pretty rough. So excited for that landing spot for Tate.
Logan, I want to ask you this real quick before we talk about more about Ohio State stuff. What grade would you give this pick here for Ruben Bane Jr. to the Bucs? To me, it's got to be an A. It might be an A plus.
I mean, yeah, if I'd give any A plus, I mean for the draft so far, it would be the Bucks, and I think the other one would be my other favorite pick would be the Commanders taking Sonny Styles. Again, I know that's some homerism there, but the Cardinals were just just absolutely atrocious on defense last year. And I think he is going to make such a huge impact in the middle of the field with pass support, and his run stopping is, I mean, just absolutely elite. His measurables are crazy, so super excited for that landing spot for him. But those so far are my two favorite picks with Commanders and the Bucs so far.
I mean, dude, looking at Bane's stats, 68 quarterback hurries in 2025, 12 sacks, played in the national championship, part of the best defense in college football this past year. 23.5 pass rush win rate, 6.9 run stop rate. The dude played against some great schools. I mean, Notre Dame, Indiana was out there, Ohio State, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. You know, he played some really, really solid, notable schools, and he went out there and delivered, man. And I also give it an A.
Absolutely.
I give it an A plus because it's like, again, this guy shouldn't have been there at pick 15. I feel like this is might be one of those selections where people look back on it in 3 years and go, how the heck was Bane there at 15? Because
Absolutely.
there was legit conversations a couple months ago about like, hey, is it going to be David Bailey at 2? Is it going to be, or it'll for sure be Bane at 2, you know? Like, and then as it was progressing, it's like, okay, you know, Jets, are they going to go Bailey? Are they going to go Arvell Reese? Are they going to go Ruben Bane? Okay, maybe Bane will go 3. Like, a lot of people thought there's no way Bane gets out of the top 10. There's no way. And he makes it all the way to 15, admittedly by some crazy shenanigans by some other teams, right? Um, as KC Concepcion goes here to the Browns. Um, but you have to give it an A or an A plus just for the pure value alone of like, you just got a top 5 to 7 player at pick 15. Like that
Yeah.
is phenomenal value, man. So all in all, I mean, I love this pick. You love this pick. Most Bucks fans love this pick. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I would have been like, okay, I'm cool with Akeem Messidor at 15. Ruben Bane Jr. is younger and better than Messidor, and
Yeah.
this is fantastic. I could see Bane. Could you imagine we're going to clip this years later because I'm wrong? But I could see Bane being successful for Tampa Bay for a long, long time.
I mean, I'll give you the comparison. I think come the end of September into October, it'll be very similar to Jalen Carter about 2 years ago, where everybody's like, "How in the hell did he fall to?" I think he was around pick 9 or 10 to the Eagles.
Yeah.
He had some off-field stuff, and he dropped a few, and the Eagles are like, "Of course, we're going to take that best available guy." And within the first few weeks, it was very obvious that, oh yeah, this guy should have been off the board within the first 5 picks. I mean, I fully expect to see something similar with that with Bane. He's going to come in, and I think he's going to be able to produce right away. I don't think he's going to need much of an adjustment or need to sit by, have snap restrictions. He's going to be producing and making an impact week 1. So I think that's going to be exciting to see.
I mean, bro, even with his size too, like because you also think like, okay, let's say hypothetically this is Bulls last year. Where does he fit? He can fit in a 4-3 or a 3-4. It doesn't matter. Like he's
Yeah.
one of those versatile players where it's like he's just like dude, it might not be crazy to say that today he's like a top 5 to 6 player on the Buccaneers defense. That
No, don't think it's crazy to say at all.
that's not crazy, man. Like that's
Yeah.
the type of guy they got. So like, yes, even after Bowles, if it's like okay, they want to go back to a 4-3, put Bane at D end and let him cook. You know, like if you're still in a
Mhm.
3-4 after this, guess what? He can still be a 3-4 pass rusher, you know, like and an outside edge rushing linebacker. He's played over tackles. He's played outside tackle. He's played a little bit in the B gap in the past. He doesn't really play in the A gap. Why would he? Right? But like, you know, he
Yeah.
can do a lot of different things, man. And this is great. And with an uber aggressive guy, which I don't love him, but with Bowles, you know that he's probably salivating to get a guy like Bane out there, um, and getting him raring to go. Real quick, guys.
Absolutely.
Here on the stream, I do want to say shout out to the sponsor of this channel. It's Prize Picks. We have a lot of great stuff going on here with Prize Picks. I'm going to go ahead and throw out some stuff here. So let's say hypothetically, Jamal Murray, he's at 6 points right now. I'm going to say he's going to finish with more than 25.5 points. Dante DiVincenzo, he's at 7. Yeah, he's going to finish with more than 14.5 points. And then Julius Randle, we'll say more. He's going to finish with more than 16.5 points. Why not? So you then put in how much you would like to submit, hit submit lineup, and it is as simple as that, guys. Folks, we are having a new user offer as well. You apply $5, you get $50 instantly in lineups using code HMA and following the link in the description. Huge shout out to Prize Picks for being the proud sponsor of this channel. So Logan, let's go back to Ohio State here. Okay. First off, let me ask you this. Were you surprised Jeremiah Love won at number 3?
I was. I mean, I do think he is. I do think he is a better prospect than blanking Boise State guy. I don't know why his name's escaping me right now. Obviously with the Raiders currently.
Genty?
Yeah, I'd say he's a better prospect than Genty. Probably the best wide receiver prospects in the past 5 or so years. I do truly think Jeremiah Love is elite, but with how much the Cardinals need, I'm not so sure that that's the right spot for him. And obviously, a lot of teams try to take that best guy on the board approach, but I just don't know. They're not going to be contending in these next year or two, so I don't really know what that running back is going to be able to do for you. Although I do think he's a great prospect and will do well there. They have a decent offensive line, so maybe for fantasy it's more exciting than it really is for contending for the playoffs.
All right, folks, here's the deal. By the way, how many people do we still have here in this stream? Still got 166 people in here, guys. Could we hit 300 likes, by the way? If you guys are new, go ahead and subscribe as well. We are 11 subscribers away from 25,000, guys. So make sure you tune in for that. Here's the thing. For people who don't know, me and Logan have been playing in a fantasy league since junior year of high school, and we're old. And Logan here is a James Conner merchant. He doesn't like to admit it, but he is, and he's gonna have to change up his strategy now because I think the James Conner Cardinals era is over. So that's rough. It's about to be the Jeremiah Love era for you.
Mourn in silence. We'll mourn in silence.
Facts. Also, though, like, okay, dude, there was this great article I read, because I do want to talk more about Caleb Downs. I read a great article in a USA Today draft magazine a couple weeks ago that talked about Downs a lot. And this kid's smart. This kid is smart. And in the modern day NFL, when we're talking about guys, being like leaders of defenses and like calling out plays and stuff, I think Downs is going to be awesome at that. And I think I saw Patricia say, Dylan Thiemann, by the way, goes to the Bears. I 100% see this guy being an absolute general for the Cowboys. Like he's one of those guys where I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, like this guy, I don't think you can miss on Downs. Like, I think the only thing that, like, fully prevents him from being, like, like a top 5 is just, like, positional value maybe at, like, safety.
Yeah.
But, like, this dude has all the tools to be, like, uber successful in the NFL. And Patricia, again, was like, yeah, this guy's the smartest guy in the entire draft. I was like, yeah, like, I 100% can see that, I think that was a great pick for the Cowboys. If Bane wouldn't have been there at 15 and it would have been like Downs was there, bro, I would not hate it. You would have been eaten, bro. Winfield, Ibuka, and Downs, you would have been eaten.
Yeah, that would have been sweet, but obviously it worked out well for the Bucs still.
Sure. Again, Simpson going to the Rams is insane. That's just insane. Like you heard rumors about it earlier today. I saw just reading articles and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, like maybe they'll do it. We'll see. Obviously, they don't. They have a very clear understanding that this upcoming year is going to be Stafford's last year.
Yeah,
and that's also like that was very interesting to me because it's like Puka's kind of going crazy. He's kind of lost his marbles.
yeah.
And I thought they were going to go receiver just because they're still in that win now mode. By the way, Buffalo trades their pick to Tampa. No, just kidding. It's Houston. It's Houston. Logan looked genuinely confused there for a second. I would. Could you imagine? I would have wept. Okay, so it's 26-91. Oh geez. Okay, so Buffalo. Hold on, Logan. Buffalo gets 28, 69, and something. I didn't see the other pick, Logan. Did you end up seeing it? Oh, Logan's frozen. We'll wait for him to come back. Shad, if you...
I'm here.
Okay, so I saw 28-69. What was the last pick?
I'm looking now. I don't see it.
Hey, hold it. Shout out to my guy, yours truly, Big. I'm not going to say the full name, but yours truly, Big. Bro, my man's got some songs. I love it. I love his music. Bro, send me an email. Okay? We got to link up, bro. We got to link up. Send me an email. I've been trying to reach out to you, but I never knew how to get a hold of you. Send me an email. It's in my it should be in my description. Dude, he's got a really cool song called The Buccaneers Roll, Logan, on there.
Yeah.
Fire rap. Man goes crazy. And he was in the Bucs parking lot when he filmed it. So that was pretty cool. All right, but it was pick 28, pick 69, and then what was the last pick, guys?
167.
167. Okay, and it was for 26 and what else, Logan?
91.
91. Okay. Do you feel like the Texans gave a lot? If I'm Buffalo,
Yeah, I think they're pretty desperate. I mean, if it's their moves they've been making have been very confusing to me the last year plus, but I mean their offensive line needs a lot of help. So I would like to think and hope as somebody who still has stock in CJ Stroud that they're getting some help for him on the line.
I don't think CJ Stroud is as bad as everybody makes him out to be. I think he's fine. Like he's solid. He's still bro. There was his first year. People were saying like crazy. They were going crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I do think he got a little bit over his head, and maybe this past year wasn't, hitting the tape as hard, practicing, working out as much. And I think he's going to come back and have a much improved year this year. That's
Logan.
That's what I'm hoping for at least.
Georgia Tech guard Keelan Rutledge just went at pick 26. Apparently, San Francisco is trying to trade away pick 27. Tampa, please. If they traded up and took Jacob Rodriguez, right? Oh, there's a trade alert. Is it Tampa? Is it the Bucs? Can we do it, please? Oh, stink! It's Miami. Okay.
Yes, very, very glad to see that they went for offensive line help there, especially in the interior. They were getting absolutely destroyed, and I just think Stroud did not have his confidence last year. So he's got a crazy arm, deadly accurate. I just think a little bit more upstairs with some of the mental game, and I'm hoping he gets back on track. So glad to see the pick for the Texans, even if they maybe went a bit over in value for it.
So real quick, the Niners get 30 and 90, and San Francisco gets 30 and 90, and Miami gets 27. Okay, so some wheeling and dealing here. Emmanuel McNeil Warren is a dog, and he went to Tampa, or he's from Tampa, by the way, folks. I wonder if he goes off. Somebody's going to be going. Maybe Jermod McCoy? He's kind of fallen a little bit here. Oh, I do want to say this, though, too. Real quick, Logan. Styles at 7. That's really good value. Arvell Reese being there at 5. I was surprised Reese was there at 5. It's a really good pick. Like, not really, really surprised, but I was like, oh, like, okay, he went, like, to the ceiling of where he wasn't going to make it out of the top 5.
Yeah.
That was a good pick for the Giants there. Mansur Delane going at 6 was a little surprising to me. I thought for sure Kansas City was trading up to take Ruben Bane. I thought for sure they were. Did you think the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect it to be a cornerback. I mean, I thought that was, if I was giving out grades for the draft so far, that would probably be one of my lower ones. I think that was a bit of a reach there. Clearly, they think he's going to be really good, or else they would have gone up and got him at that spot. So we will see. But that was pretty surprising to me.
Yeah, and like, look, I get that they needed it because like you traded away Trent McDuffie. So like I do get that aspect of it, but like, yeah, man.
We haven't had another corner taken since then. So who's to say that if they just waited, he wouldn't have been, I mean, I'm sure he would have gone off in the top 20 at least, but I mean, it's not a very deep cornerback class. So maybe that was part of their thinking, that we've got one guy, we've got a much higher grade on him than any other. So they were willing to go up there and grab him.
Yeah. I'm curious to see who the Dolphins pick here. Not Francis Maui Goa. Spencer Fono being the first tackle off the board was surprising. I thought Francis Maui Goa was going to go first.
Yeah. I mean, I think both will be good. I think that was definitely a position of need for the Browns. So definitely made sense, and they were able to trade back to do it. So I think you're probably pretty happy with that if you're a Browns fan.
Bro, if anybody wanted Kenyon Sadiq over Ruben Bane, I don't know what to tell you. I don't. Like, I would have taken Vega Ione over Sadiq. I would have taken, obviously, Bane. I would have taken Messidor over Sadiq. I would have traded down over taking Sadiq. Then at that point, if none of that was on the table, then I guess I'm okay with it. But like, yeah, there's like 4 things I would have done before I took Sadiq there.
Right.
Oh man, dude. What a great way to start off the draft for Tampa. I mean, that is freaking-tastic, folks. How many subscribers? Hey, we're 10 away. We're 10 away from 25,000, guys. 10 away. All right.
Love to see it.
Texans trade up for Keelan Rutledge. Yeah, that's crazy because he was the... I want you to guess where he was ranked on PFF's big board, Logan.
So, given you said it's crazy, I'll go with 68.
You're pretty close to 74.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't even the top interior offensive lineman prospect available according to PFF. There was Emmanuel Pragon, Chase Besantis. If we're going to talk about tackles that could maybe slide inside, Caleb Lemieux, Jennings Dunker. What a dog. What a dog. You seen the memes about that guy?
I did not actually know.
Ooh, Chris Johnson's the pick. I like that. Jermon McCoy's still available, though. Wow, they picked Chris Johnson over Avian Terrell, Jermon McCoy, Colton Hood, Brandon Cease, D'Angelo Pons. I mean, I like Chris Johnson. He's really good, but to be the second corner off the board is wild. Chow, how do we feel about that? Let me know. That was a little surprising. Buffalo's on the board. So we got Buffalo, Kansas City, San Francisco, New England, and Seattle. For I was having a debate earlier with, our resident Patriots fan. Not Kyle, the other one. You know the one. And she was like, I was like, hey, what do you think about the Vrabel stuff? She's like, it's not that big a deal. That's like, that's copium. That's copium,
That
bro.
is. That is. That's
There's
funny.
another trade alert. Buffalo's traded the pick to the Patriots. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. We're
Moving
gonna
up slightly here.
have to have our resident draft expert here see what Buffalo gets. That's the second trade down by Buffalo, right? I think so. I think that's the second trade
Yeah,
down.
they traded down the Houston one.
Buffalo acquiring some picks. They're like, hey, we're not happy. Logan, if you get that stuff, let me know.
28 for 31 and 125.
Okay, so 28 for 31 and what else?
125.
That's not a great deal for Buffalo, I feel like.
Yeah, I would just assume that they have their guy they want and they think he's going to be there at 31, so be able to pick up some extra compensation for it. But yeah, not a ton for it.
Yeah. That's rough. That is rough. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, Caleb Lemieux goes. Offensive tackle out of Utah. Okay. New England gets a little bit better protection here for their franchise guy. Another in-division trade. Yep. So Kansas City's on the board now. Where do the Bucs pick next? They pick at 46. So they're not in range to trade up. They're really not. You'd have to give up probably a second rounder next year at this point to trade up, in my opinion. But I mean, dude, we're talking about some guys that are still available. I mean, Caden McDonald's still on the board. Christian Miller, Lee Hunter. Ty Simpson's off the board. I gotta take him off the board. Jacob Rodriguez is still there. Jake Golday. Like, there's still a lot of good options, man.
Yeah. Yeah, quite a few good wide receivers. I mean, you were thinking somebody might reach for like a Denzel Boston, Omar Cooper. I could see one of those going off the board here at the end of the first round.
Omar Cooper Jr. is a beast. I mean, 6 foot, 204. Denzel Boston's a big body guy at 6'4", 209. I could see him going to Kansas City. Who did they already pick? They picked Mansour Delane. So the Chiefs pick is in. Whoops. All right. If they trade in a 32, it wouldn't take a ton. I don't know, man. To move up from 46 to 32, that's a lot. It's a lot. You're moving back 14 picks if you are Seattle. So I don't know. Somebody said Branch. Who's Branch? Who we talking about? Logan, you know Branch?
Yeah, wow. Wide receiver Georgia Zachariah Branch.
He's pretty far down on the board. I mean, at least according to PFF.
I maybe middle of the second round. I think a lot of people. Yeah, I'm blanking on a few names. The other Georgia wide receiver, toe tapper. He's kind of similar.
Yeah, let's see. Jermon McCoy. I don't know if he's gonna fall out of the first round. Maybe he will. I could see him going to Seattle. The Chiefs are here. Oh, man. Oh, man.
I think too many people saw Jerron McCoy's tape against Jeremiah Smith, and they're a little bit scared.
Well,
He got cooked.
any
He
corner
got
would
cooked.
any corner would suffer. Okay.
That is true, but others have held their own better. I mean, your Ben Morrison. I mean, he definitely he held up better.
That's crazy because now he's on the Bucs and he
Yeah,
sucks.
maybe it might be more of a coaching thing
Yeah,
than a player thing.
I don't know
Like,
about.
I get Notre Dame had a good scheme that night. I guess we
I
can say
guess
that.
so. Oh man.
He's also coming off an injury. I'm not writing him off yet.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Shout out to Kyle, by the way, who texted us in our group chat. I love staying up all night to watch the Patriots draft a fat white dude. Oh man. That's crazy.
I don't always respect Kyle's football opinions. However, he was the loudest person. I'll never forget when Lamar Jackson was on the board. He was begging the Patriots to take him, and he cooked. He knew.
And they picked who they picked? Sony Michel and Isaiah Wynn.
Yeah.
That's diabolical.
Yeah.
That's a generational.
Yeah.
That's literally a generational fumble.
That was one of the larger Kyle crash outs I think we've seen.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the Patriots draft history real quick because I want to see this for myself. Kansas City's pick is in, by the way. So they took Will Campbell last year, okay, in round 1. Then Drake May, then Christian Gonzalez. Their past 3 drafts have been first picks have been solid.
Yeah.
Cole Strange, that didn't go well. Mac Jones, that didn't go well. They didn't have a pick in 2020. N'Keal Harry, that didn't go well. Sony Michel, Isaiah Wynn, that didn't go well. They didn't have a first rounder in 2017. Yeah, they're on they're on a really good 3-year run right now. Okay, so I would trust the process at this point. And be like, okay.
Yeah, I agree.
They haven't steered me wrong in 3 years. Maybe Caleb Lemou's going to be cooking. All right, well, who did Kansas City go with? Are they going to shock us? What if they get another corner? That'd be kind of fun. Let's see. Kansas City goes Peter Woods. Okay. That's a good pick. Peter's big guy, 6'3", 3'2".
It's solid.
Gonna play DT for him. Now we're to San Francisco. So we got 3 picks left in the first round, folks. We have been live for 3 hours, which is actually better time than we usually make. We're usually at around the 4-hour mark, so not too shabby. It's crazy what lowering the time of draft picks will do, huh? Because they lowered it from 10 minutes to 8 minutes this year. Crazy how that time adds up. San Francisco is trading their pick away to Tampa. Right? Yeah. No. Oh, the Jets are up. Jets said, baby, we'll give you 33. 3 first-round picks for the Jets, huh? And you're still going to have a second-rounder next year at pick 44. Okay. New York's kind of cooking, huh?
They're doing something.
They're trying. They're trying, man.
We don't know how good it will taste, but they're in the kitchen.
So 33 and 179. Okay. Yeah, they're in the kitchen. That's for sure. That is for sure. Let me see. What did Brittany say? Oh. Oh, Brittany's. I just got a lot of texts from our resident Patriots fan. I didn't name names. Hold on. Hold on, Logan. You're gonna hear this. Honey, hey, you're live right now.
Hi, live.
Care to comment?
The Patriots are going to the Super Bowl again this year,
Uh-huh.
and the Bucs
Don't-
aren't going to make the playoffs.
There it is. There it is. Okay.
They're going to lose to the Panthers.
Okay, all right. You know what? Well, you guys drafted Caleb Lemieux. Enjoy that.
Yeah, another big one.
Uh-huh. All right. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Well, there you go.
Get the prize pick cooking early.
Facts. Get your prize picks in, okay?
James, I'm a bit worried about your goat. He's looking a bit washed.
Who's that?
Joker.
Oh shoot, is he washed? Crap,
They're-
I have his jersey.
They're getting cooked right now.
Crap. Jets pick Omar Cooper Jr. That's a good pick.
All right.
Hey, yes, Orange, it is. What was I gonna say? Oh my gosh. Garrett Wilson finally has a running mate who can live. You know the Jets are kicking themselves. You know they wanted to trade up so badly for Ty Simpson.
That's good for all involved if that didn't happen.
Facts. Buffalo's on the board. We have 2 picks left. Let's see what happens here. Buffalo's on the board. They could you imagine if they trade it again? I'd be like, Jesus. They have 2 fourths, 3 fifths right now, a 6th and a 7th. They don't have a second rounder. Okay.
We got positions of need. I don't see any listed.
And apparently the 49ers turned the 27th pick into the first pick in the second round, along with 90 and 179. That's some good work there. So San Francisco just didn't have a first rounder. By the way, Logan, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, did the Patriots trade up? They did, right? No, sorry. 5, 6, 7 draft trades. 7 draft trades.
More than that. There's like way more than that. Well, some of these might have been not traded tonight.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think there was a good number of these. So I think there was 7 total trades tonight.
It's pretty wild.
Love it. I love it. All right, we're going to publish this Ruben Bane grade video that you were a part of, Logan. And we are we're cooking, man. Now, Logan, what do you want to see? Actually, here, you know what, Logan? I'm going to hit record on this, okay? We're doing this. Let's see. Logan, what do you want to see the Bucs do in day number 2? That's a good question, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where you start to get to, we went and got our guy that we wanted. What is best player available? I think there's a lot of needs, but I think that's probably what they're going to be looking for is, who's fallen on the board? Who can we go and grab that we think is going to come and produce for us right away? It's still not the strongest division. They should still be competing, playoffs, but I don't think they're satisfied with that. They want a deeper run. So, I guess what areas of need are you thinking? Are you hoping that they're going to be looking at with the 46 pick?
I think linebacker's huge. I think linebacker's a huge thing. Tennessee trades up, by the way. So nobody has any honor anymore. I think
there'll be quite a few good linebackers available there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. CJ Allen's still on that board. Jacob Rodriguez, Jake Golday. One of those 3, I think, has to be a Buck tomorrow. One of those 3.
Yeah.
depending on how quickly things devolve. But those three are some of the top options on the board, in my opinion. I don't think going receiver tomorrow would be awesome. Corner, I could see it. Like, maybe you want to take a D'Angelo Pons, who was a dog at Indiana. Did some really... He's small. Yeah. He's small. Like, nobody's business. My bro is 5'9". But could go with that as possibility and option there. Tradan Stukes would be sweet. Maybe even like a Davison Igbinosun, who was perfect mold, 6'2", 195, could be an interesting option there. But like, I think you do have to go linebacker tomorrow, round 2. I feel like it makes the most sense. Tennessee Titans pick is in. We'll talk about what they traded here in a moment, but this could be somebody that that might be a day 2 option right here as well. But like, even like, man, if I don't think he's gonna be there, but like Kedrick Falk just went off the board. It's like, I wonder if like if an Emmanuel McNeil Warren by some miracle made it there.
If he was there, they'd have to pull the trigger. I really like him.
I'd be like, what the heck? Jennings Dunker would be fun. Would be like a fun meme pick. But, you know, I think for me, like, if let me name a top 5 here, okay? For me tomorrow, top 5, it's Jacob Rodriguez, number 1. Probably CJ Allen, number 2. I'm thinking maybe Jake Golday, number 3. Let me go ahead. Caden McDonald's still there. I might throw Caden McDonald at 3 instead. Get it.
I mean, yeah.
Get it.
He's there. I mean, he's a game wrecker for sure.
CJ Allen at 4, and then I'm gonna say like Tradan Stukes at 5. I think those 5 are some really, really good options that could give you some awesome stuff right away. And I think that'd be awesome.
Now, are you thinking Anthony Hill Jr. might be off the board by then?
No, I just think that personally, I like Rodriguez, Golday, and Allen more.
Okay.
I do like Anthony Hill Jr. Big dude at 6'3", 238. His coverage is concerning to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
The dude don't miss, though, with tackling. He don't miss. And Jacob Rodriguez did have some stuff. CJ Allen isn't as sure of a tackler. Golday isn't as sure of a tackler. So, like, yeah, but, like, the Bucs need a guy who can cover. They do. And I feel like Rodriguez would fit that mold. Golday would fit that mold. CJ Allen, not so much. But, like, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'd put, like, Anthony Hill Jr. at, like, 6. That's probably who they'll end up taking now that I've said it. So, we'll see. But real quick, guys, shout out to Prize Picks, the proud sponsor of this channel. If you guys go on there, it's as simple as this. I think that Ant is going to get more than 20.5 points. I think that, let's go ahead and say, I think Jaden McDaniels is going to get more than 19.5 points. And I think Jokic is going to get more than 4.5 assists. I then put in how much I would like to enter, hit submit lineup, and it is as simple as that, folks. There is a new user offer going on now, by the way. You play $5, you get $50 instantly in lineups using the code HMA and following the link in the description. Huge shout out to Prize Picks for being the proud sponsor of this channel. So, Logan, the last pick's in. Did we see what Buffalo or what Tennessee gave up to move up? Did we see that?
I did not. Let me look.
So I know it's got to be pick 35. It's got to be pick 35 at least. So we'll see what else Tennessee decided to give here. One moment. Logan's in the shadow realm right now. So we'll wait on that a second. Logan, you back with us there?
A lot of numbers. We got 31. This is what the Bills. 31, 69, and 165.
Oh, geez. Okay.
For 35, 66, and 101.
Ooh. I don't know how I feel about that if I'm Buffalo. They just moved around. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they went from 165 to 101.
You
So
you move back.
I mean they must. Yeah.
You move back 4 picks. Okay. And you move from 165 to 101 and from 69 to 66. That's pretty good. I don't mind that. That's a pretty shifty trade. And they went Kedrick Folk. And the last pick of the first round is in. And bro, there's some dogs.
Yeah.
There's some dogs, man. I can't wait to see. Seattle, what you gonna do? Emmanuel McNeil Warren, dude. That's my dude. I need that guy in round 2 now, dude. Dude's a demon, 6'2", 202. From Tampa? Come on. What? Who did I say my top 5 was?
You were all over. I know we had a few linebackers in there. We had Warren in there. Who else?
Let me check out Bleacher Report as well. Let's see. My good friends over at Bleacher Report. Fans react to the Ruben Bane Jr. pick. Yeah, no duh. Bro, we've been hyped. Dude, Tristan Wirfs was hyped. Tristan Wirfs was very hyped. Yeah, everybody's hyped, bro. All right, who... Let's see. What else we got? This is a Ruben Bane scouting report. We already got that. NFL draft cheat sheet. No, we don't care about that.
Oh, wow. So all spoiler for the last pick. That's surprising.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't impact your big board, so you can start scouting out your big board.
Dude, Light's a dog, bro. Look at Logan. I'm gonna share my screen with you real quick. We are all Jason Light right now. Look at this, man.
Dog in him.
We're all Jason Light right now.
Nice. Love it.
What an absolute demon. My man's on it. Okay, so hold on. We do get the last pick here. Let me see. Did Seattle do something smart? Hey! Let's go! Jadarian Price! He made it! They said, yo, we got Jeremiah Love at home. Jeremiah Love is Jadarian Price. Dude, why? Oh, that's right. Kenneth Walker joined the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Was he the second best running back left? Or was he the best running back left?
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I'm trying to look it up now. 2 running backs in the same team in the first round. I'm thinking Alabama might have done that in their crazy run in the 2010s, but I'm looking now because that's pretty crazy.
Hey, guys, don't worry. The draft resumes in 19 hours and 24 minutes. It's cool. Or 54 minutes. Sorry, we've got time. We've got plenty of time. Oh, man, dude. Awesome. Awesome. That's right. They did. I mean, could you have gotten Jadarian Price later? I don't know. I guess, Seattle figured, you know what? We aren't going to get him with pick 64. We're not. So we have to get him now. He's going to start for them.
Yeah, definitely.
What's his, how, 5'11", 210? Yeah, he's going to start for him. Sweet. Dude, look at this. I mean, okay. Who else went off the board? Folk went off the board. Dude. CJ Allen, Cassius Howell, Caden McDonald, TJ Parker, Christian Miller, Lee Hunter, Zion Young, Pons, Rodriguez, Jadarian Price. They did meet with Jadarian Price. That's kind of funny. That's like funny memes. There's a lot of talent here, Logan.
Absolutely.
I mean, receivers like Surratt is still there. I really like Elijah Surratt. By the way, I forgot to mention this earlier. I'm pleased to say that me and you were talking candidly about Tate after like the first game when I said like, oh yeah, that Carnell Tate guy's got good hands. I distinctly remember that. So yeah, Logan, what do you want to see the Bucs do in round 2 tomorrow? I'm thinking linebacker corner.
I'm thinking linebacker, unless for whatever reason, if Warren is still there, then I think it's, hey, best player on the board. I think that would be phenomenal pick. But otherwise, there's a lot of linebacker depth, so I'm hoping they go with one of those two.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, hey, man, this was a good time. Logan, I'm gonna go ahead.
I will say we ended with the NFL record, as far as I can tell from my 60 seconds of research. No two running backs from the same team have ever been drafted in the first round. I mean, and that's crazy. I mean, it almost happened last year with Ohio State, but they both went early second round. So, yeah, ended the draft with a bit of history here.
Well, that's what we do, baby. That's what we do. well, Logan, I'm going to go ahead and let you get to bed, and I'm going to go ahead and end off the stream here. Do you have any final words for our lovely audience? I assume you'll be here in day 2 as well for a little bit, right?
I'll be on standby. Absolutely.
Depending on if Ohio State players get picked or not, of course.
We should have a few showings tomorrow.
Yeah, they really freaking should. If Kaden McDonald is there at the Bucs pick, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm curious. I don't know how much, Havia and McDonald both playing together. I don't know how that works out exactly, but I mean, if we get the best players on the field, and I mean, he's going to be great for somebody.
Facts. But all right, man. Logan, I'll let you get going. We will go ahead and talk to you tomorrow. Okay, sir.
All right. Take care, James, and hope the Bucs fans are happy. Celebrate it. Don't immediately get upset when they have one pick that you're not happy with.
Facts. All right, dog. Take it easy, okay?
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end off this stream. Actually, let me talk about one more thing before I go ahead and end it off. I do want to take a look over here at Bleacher Report. And kind of give, I mean, everybody was going crazy about this pick. So real quick, let me change up a little bit of what we're doing here. Okay, so look, as far as I can tell, everybody is loving this pick of Ruben Bane Jr. It's understandable to see why, right? And we're talking about it here on the Bleacher Report app, which I think is great. By the way, this segment is sponsored by Bleacher Report, by the way, so shout out to them. Definitely, please go check them out. And download the Bleacher Report app. That'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, man, whenever we are looking at everybody, just reacting to this pick, right? It is understandable to see why everybody's loving this. I mean, Bane to the Bucs is sweet. Front 4 of David Walker, Ruben Bane, Kalijah Cansey, Vita Vea. Chris Sims loves it. Former Bucs quarterback. Just going to be quite a few teams that might regret on passing on Bane. Bane will be better than both Reese and Bailey. Maybe. We'll see. Bane to the Bucs is so nice. Never thought Bane would drop this low. And I agree. Man. Like, I did not think Ruben Bane was going to be there. And it is so understandable to see why, people on Bleacher Report are loving this pick. People just all around are like, holy cow, can't believe the Buccaneers got Ruben Bane, because this dude's really good, and the fact that he fell to 15 is crazy. Trevor Sikkema loves that pick. Trevor Sikkema loves that pick. It 100% had to be a situation where the Bucs were sprinting up to go and put in Ruben Bane, because you know he's starting day one. You know he's a high-tier starter day one. You know that this guy is going to go out there and just be fantastic, right? And I won't show highlights and everything here, but again, talking about it here on the Bleacher Report app, we're, good size with an NFL-ready body, good quickness, impressive movement, strong physical point of attack, ability to shed blocks, can collapse the pocket. Some explosiveness, whatever, timing and consistency with some hands. He's going to be able to work on that. Again, overall rank of 5, was the number 1 edge rusher compared to Brandon Graham, an 8.5 grade, comparable to Nolan Smith, Dallas Turner, Laiatu Latu. Like, this is a guy where he shouldn't have been there at 15. In no way, shape, or form should he have been there at 15, but he somehow got there, and it's 100% understandable to see why everybody's like, dude, how in the world did this guy get picked, right? So I think that this is a fantastic selection. Shout out to Tampa Bay for in my opinion, doing the smart thing. A lot of other people's opinion probably doing the smart thing as well. Even take a look at Bleacher Report's like prospect rankings. If we take a quick look at that, where was Bane? He was 5, dude. The only people above him were Arvell Reese, who went top 5. Jeremiah Love went top 5. Downs went at number 11. Should have went earlier. And Fernando Mendoza, who went 1. He was above Sonny Styles, above David Bailey, who both went top 7. Mansour Delane went at 6. Jordan Tyson went at 8. Carnell Tate went at 4. I mean, it is just, it's awesome, dude. This is one of those guys where it's like, feels like you couldn't really miss on him. And boy, oh boy, does it feel good, man. So shout out to everybody, who is reacting on Bleacher Report. Shout out to everybody who graded this pick and loved it. And I agree 150,000%, man. Awesome stuff. Again, shout out Bleacher Report as well, guys. Make sure you go download the app as well. Thank you to them for sponsoring this segment as well. It was greatly, greatly appreciated. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish off this live stream here. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow as well, because I am going to be live tomorrow for day 2. So let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions on this as well. I'd love to hear it. It was a fun time, man. Bucs got a real good dude in Bane Jr. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Subscribe if you guys are new, by the way, on the way out. I'd greatly appreciate that. I don't know how close we are to 25,000. We're 6 away. We're 6 away from 25,000. So make sure you guys go subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you on tomorrow for the next part of the draft. And until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now. See you soon. And go Bucs.